So this morning, you awake, and it depends on what you guys want to do today. If you have anything you want to do during the day, you can let me know. If I have a couple of things, and then other than that, I know you want to head back down to Muleskull Tavern on the docks in the evening to do a stakeout and try to catch this murdering bastard, whomever they may be.
Yeah, that's the only plans I had.
All right, so right now we are on Trollskull Alley. There is a plethora of neighbors that you have not yet met. You know just from your ins and outs here that there is something like an apothecary in this greenhouse topped looking roof. There's a bookstore down here by these little books. You know there is a someone who deals mainly with like bows and arrows and wooden type weapons and armor, or weapons and shields, I guess just to say, is down in this corner. And then there's a full-on armory down here. And now you know, dear old Emic Froon has set up Froon's Brews, the sort of McDonald's to your Burger King.
Well, we're gonna be Five Guys.
Why do we have to be the Burger King?
We're gonna be
the
Five
McDonald's.
Guys.
You want to be the McDonald's?
That's true.
I like the Five Guys thing better.
There we go. Yeah, let's go with that one. I'm fine with either one.
Or Whataburger if anybody's ever been to Texas.
This morning and the past couple of mornings, you have noticed Carnamara, and I would say also, let's just go with Carnamara. Over here, down in sort of your back alley, you can see the it's like balconies to different residential areas. And on this one, for the past couple of mornings, your keen eye has noticed a tall and gallant figure on a balcony there, usually dressed in a trench coat, usually just standing, staring off into the distance, smoking a pipe. Seems to maybe drink some coffee or something, and then, like clockwork, go back inside.
Out of character, I'm cracking up because I'm like, oh, is it Conor Mariah's next husband? No.
Yeah. That would be hysterical.
Oh my god.
Anyway, just a little tidbit there about your surroundings. This morning it is already hot as you are getting into deep summer in Waterdeep. The sun, especially whenever it's noon in the sky, beats down on the streets, and the pavement reflects the heat back up in your face, and it gets really hot around here. At the height of the heat of the day, things have started to slow down. When you'll just see people kind of just sitting outside of their shops in pools of their own sweat, just kind of trying to get some sort of breeze and relief. The weather has definitely not been pleasant of late.
I mean, for you guys, I'm a fire genasi. It's great for me.
Yeah, you're right at home. You're loving every minute of it.
Yes.
So, let's turn on this ambient sound that always makes me laugh. But, yeah, so this morning, as you all get up, stretch, go downstairs, eat a breakfast that is provided to you by Leaf, who turns out is a pretty phenomenal cook and seems to have managed to bend his energies and being corporeal long enough to at least have breakfast for you all.
Aw.
Yeah, he's really starting to enjoy all the new hustle and bustle and the change of pace, seeing new people. And
yeah.
He's particularly happy about the very large, hideous portrait of his wife, Ludicia, which now hangs prominently in your main room. But as he's serving you breakfast this morning, he says, there's been some old, I don't know, some young, strapping lads walking around outside. heard them talking. Said they gonna see if they can find gainful employment here. Yeah. You might have yourselves some job interviews, eh?
Oh, fabulous.
And sure enough, if y'all look out the window, you can see 3 curly-haired halfling lads just kind of leaning up against a fence. One of them is they're like taking turns trying to toss rocks into some bottles they set up across the street past the time waiting for your doors to open.
Nice.
Do we have any like openings that we know of? Like any?
It's entirely up to you.
I'm assuming
but
we would have discussed this before.
Yeah, if you don't hire people to help you, then you're going to have to do it yourself. It depends on how you set up the hours or whatever. If it's going to be mostly in the evening that you're open, then you might not have to hire anybody. But you probably will regardless, given how busy you guys have been in the evening of late.
Yeah. Probably a good idea to do so.
We'll just take it as a sign of our success.
Yeah, so when you open the doors, one of the halfling boys straightens up. They seem like they're like late teens, or maybe even almost adults. They're not like children or anything. Comes over.
Old enough to drink, essentially.
Watcha, Governor. We're hoping to get some employment. You got any open? Yeah, right. Any openings for hard-working young lads?
I need someone to take. No, wait, that is not my voice at all. Never. I started doing your voice almost for a second. Never mind. Just ignore everything I'm saying.
All right. I'm wearing my retainer, so I might actually not be able to do the southern accent tonight right now. So I tried with it in.
Well, let's get started by learning who you are and becoming friends. Please come in.
All right, so they come in and they're kind of, they're kind of scruffy, kind of grubby faced, but it's apparent that they have like washed their face and hands for this, and you can see because there's still a line of dirt, like on the behind their ears and along their cheekbones, where the water didn't quite reach, and
Oh, sweeties.
Grandma senses are tingling. I'm like, ooh, I must be able to get them in a bathtub.
The first one who addressed you continues to kind of speak for the group, and he says, "My name's Bill. I can do most any manual labor."
While Garrosh is, I'm assuming, kind of conducting this interview, I just want to be like hanging behind him, just eyeing, just kind of eyeing them up and down, and being like not like intentionally menacing presence, but I'm just kind of giving them an eye.
Okay. You notice that the two that aren't speaking are definitely looking at you a little nervously, like, what's his problem? But Bill seems to be confident and definitely the spokesperson for the group, and he's like, "Yeah, we can do any manual labor, and we're not too bad at things like, waiting, bussing tables, and pouring drinks. Don't ask us to do any accounting, but yeah, for all the normal run-of-the-mill type jobs, we're pretty handy."
Can I do like an insight check or something to see like if he seems to be, being upfront with not only his skills,
Can I do one too as a grandma?
Let's start out with just one. Yeah, let's just start out with one.
I missed what are these guys again? They're just looking for jobs?
Yeah, they're just they heard that the tavern was going to be opening, and they're here to see if you're hiring.
And so they human, elves, dwarves?
They're half-elves. I mean, not half-elves, halflings. Halflings.
Oh, halfling. Gotcha.
3 young halfling boys.
Gotcha.
I mean, they're like on the edge of adulthood. They're not children, but let's see.
So what is that, like 50?
What's that?
I can't remember. What is that, like 50 for halflings?
Yeah, something like that. I don't even remember either.
Nice.
But yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me too, Svadrik. Okay.
That.
So you can't put your finger on it, but there is something interesting about these three. You're not really sure what, but they have a familiar smell, and it's comforting
Oh,
to you.
okay, but they don't
Smell
come
like the
off.
sewer.
They don't come off as either like liars who who are probably like unskilled and are just looking for an easy job, and they don't come off as like someone who is here for nefarious reasons, possibly sent by another bar. That's kind of what I've been
That
trying
what's
to.
his name?
Immediate suspicion.
With what
Yeah,
you're,
I know.
with what you're looking at right now, you could definitely tell that they're canny, like they're street smart. They know
Yeah.
what's up about them. There is something about them that, like I said, you can't quite put your finger on, but you don't really know if it's
They're actually
sinister or good or what. But yeah,
dressed up.
Alright. I won't say anything then.
Okay.
all right.
All right. Well, Bill, it is wonderful to meet you. What about these two other lads here? Are these your brothers, friends? What are their names?
Well, I'm Bill. That's Bo, and the other one's Bag.
Bilbo bag.
Really?
I love it. Well, that reminds me of an old halfling that I used to know back when I was a little girl. This thing.
Alas, our fourth brother, Inns, he died.
Oh my god.
Did he fall into a volcano?
He's in the ground.
Oh my gosh. Slapped. No.
No,
Girl,
that was
just casually
Yeah, I
backhands
know, I know,
Svadrik
I know.
into the
Took your throat
wall.
up a little bit.
I'm not doing the accent at all right now. I'm
Not really
terrible.
knowing why.
Well,
All right, sorry.
it sounds like you all know what the job is about. Do you have any?
How are you with your people skills?
Yes. I definitely want to know about that.
Well, our people skills aren't great. I mean, I'm the only one who really talks much at all. But we don't really require people skills to serve drinks and food, do we? I mean, we're not. We'll keep our head down and do our job.
When people get drunk, they get chatty. So as long as you can smile and say, "Oh yes, that's wonderful," and such like that, that's pretty much all we need to know. If you can agree with drunk people,
Oh, that's within our skill set, ma'am.
wonderful.
So y'all want to give these guys a try, see how they do?
Sure.
I'll jump
That's a
down
good
from
idea
like
to
the
me.
stool I was on. And I want to walk up to him and kind of like give Bill an eye. And then I'm gonna like I'm gonna not make any like attempt to hide the fact that I'm like smelling him.
Make
You
it
get right up into his face
Subject.
and
We've
sniff under his ear.
discussed this
Yeah.
before.
make an intimidation check.
Oh my god.
I'm not Well, okay.
Yeah,
I
Will,
guess I
do it.
sort of am.
Yeah.
Keep him straight.
I mean, I'm not gonna like play it like you were directly trying to intimidate them. I'm just curious as what he thinks about it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
well,
looks nervous at you. Like, what the fuck, man? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's true.
And he kind of like looks at the rest of y'all and kind of grins and gives a little laugh.
Don't be nervous. That's just
Yeah.
how he says hello.
Oh,
I'll just turn to Garrosh and be like,
We've
he seems
spoken
alright.
about
Yeah.
this, Padre.
Yeah.
no, they seem like decent people. Something about them though. And I kind of wave a finger and I'm like, I'm trying to figure you out, that kind of thing. And then I like slap him on the arm and I'm like, you seem all right.
all right, a little cloud of dust kind of up
no.
whenever you slap his arm,
Yeah.
and he just kind of rubs his arm. He's like, go.
We will have to talk about
muscles there
proper
on you, don't you?
hygiene, though.
Oh well, I mean, take us out in the back and squirt us down. We wouldn't say no to that. It's bloody hot out there.
I'm not sure who would say no to Conor Marai doing that.
But yeah, they will
Brown cow.
immediately head over. You'll introduce them to Leaf, and Leaf's like,
Hey,
"I'll take care of
Lord.
these lads, and I'll get them all
Yeah.
ship shape by the time you get back. Don't you worry now, little lady."
So
Wonderful.
Lucan,
Thank you so much, Leaf. So
Lucan
then,
takes Leaf aside after everyone's done talking, right?
Mhm.
And he kind of like leans into Leaf as much as he can, a spirit. This is Leaf. I would appreciate if you
Excuse me.
kept a good eye on these guys. Just watch them
You got it,
for us.
boss.
Appreciate it.
aw,
All right.
And then I'll turn to the halflings and I'll stare them down and I'll say, and I point at Leaf and I go, "That's what happens to the last guy who crossed us."
Okay, yeah, you can full on roll intimidation.
my hand. Let's see if I do this right. Oh, that's sad.
I'll give you advantage since they're already a little spooked from Svadrik.
Oh, that's way better.
That's a lot better. Yeah, they
Thank you.
Bill gives a little half salute and says, "Don't you worry about us. We'll get right to work." And they sure enough do. With Leaf pointing them, they start cleaning up the place, clearing off your dishes, sweeping the floor, rolling out some barrels, getting everything ready. So
As they scurry off to do their stuff, I say, I promise we're easy to get along with. Welcome aboard.
don't worry. I'll tell them before they leave and be like, don't worry about those fellas. They can be a little slow to warm up to people. I promise it'll come with time. Now let me know if you have any questions about the job. I'm here to help you.
all right. Let's see. Well, since you already mentioned it, does everyone like the name Stouts and Spirits?
Yeah, I really like it.
We don't have to settle on it right now unless you want us to.
Do you want to
no.
add like Trollskull to Stouts and Spirits onto it, or just the Stouts and Spirits?
Trollskulls.
I mean, Stouts and Spirits is fine, and then you could have like
Scouts and Spirits?
a sort of a logo with it or whatever that would make it recognizable.
Skulls and Spirits?
Leaf
We
has
We
to
could
be
just,
our logo.
yeah, like you said, we could just put a skull on the sign.
I mean, spirits. I like the idea of having spirits in the name.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah, no,
it doesn't have to
absolutely.
be Stouts and Spirits. I just remember Tony saying that.
No, I like it the idea because it's kind of like it's got our gimmick in it. Not that it's really necessarily a gimmick.
Well, it could be.
Pretty good gimmick.
Yeah.
Who
Or
else
like
can
the-
boast a spirit, literally a spirit serving spirits? Who else? No one. Not Mr. Mr. Needle Nose over there who came checking us out the other day.
All right. Well, did y'all want to do anything else around here in Trollskull Alley before we do some time skipping?
Did we meet our neighbors
I
though?
wouldn't
Did
mind
we ever do
necessarily
that?
exploring.
Yeah, let's meet a neighbor or two.
Sure.
Let's go meet some neighbors.
Did
You're
you point
close.
out? Is this like a greenhouse right behind us?
Yes, it is. And I'll go ahead and since that's where y'all are, I'll start with that one.
I would like to see the greenhouse.
All right. Give me a second to pull that up.
Oh, I just popped my. That felt good.
The chickens
Come
are
on,
so
computer.
chatty.
They are. Is it too loud? Because I can turn it
no,
down
no.
if it is.
I turned it down
I
on my
don't-
end. I just still hear them like lightly in the background. The girls have got so much to chat about.
Girls are fighting.
Come on. Why is this?
Oh, damn it, my net broke.
Ah, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I have to pull pull up a separate file. Okay, here we go. So, as you all step out this morning, stop. I apologize. It's going to be a little bit longer while I pull up some more stuff.
No worries. Whew.
Found. All right, so off to the side down here, you can see what looks like a large 3-story townhouse, but the third floor of it has been converted into a greenhouse. And I think I have a picture. Well, maybe I don't. Could have sworn I did all of this already. Okay, I apologize. I guess I didn't. I don't know. Either that or I put it in some weird folder that I can't find now. That's probably more likely. But anyway, all right. So you see, you have to use your imagination. The translucent glass walls allow anyone on the street below to see the rainbow of flowers blossoming within. And this morning, you could see a tall elven person of indiscriminate gender. Like, it's hard to nail down if they're male or female. They could be either. And they are standing outside the front here, and they look like this. Y'all have to tell me if you just see a picture. So you should just see a picture, but hey, who knows?
No,
Do you see
it's
just the
not.
I
picture?
see everything
Everything's
else.
there.
I see the bio and whatnot.
Okay.
Quickly X'd out.
No worries, I'll take that off. All right, but you did see the picture for a little bit, right?
No, I didn't see a picture.
I've got the picture on my screen.
Me too.
Okay, well, I X'd out. I'll pull it up in a second.
Well, you shouldn't be able to anymore.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal.
Well, it
but-
won't go away if you don't close it, and then everyone would have to close it, and then I guess you share it again.
Okay, well, here, I can do this real quick.
Were you sharing a character rather than a
Yeah, a handout. Yeah, I was, but should have been able to. Oh, well. I thought I already had these done, but maybe I dreamed it. All right. How about this? Just a picture.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. So this person is standing outside the front, and they're holding up a sign that says "Duskwood paper equals murder," and they are saying to anyone who's passing, they'll just kind of yell at them. They use duskwood for their spell scrolls here. Did you know that 1/10 of all duskwood trees are chopped down each year? Soon there'll be none left.
Uh,
I did not
And-
know that.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
she's-
care.
They are pointing down the road towards the bookshop that's down the way. So they're this
Oh.
person was supposed to be outside the bookshop, not outside their place. When they said that, I made a mistake. But anyway,
Okay.
so it was like this person who lives here was supposed to be down outside the bookshop, which is down here, protesting
Okay.
that. So
Down. Where's the
I'm-
bookshop?
I'll just put them down there real quick, and we can retcon that y'all were over there when you saw it.
No
So,
worries. Yes.
Easy.
all right, way down here, way down this way.
Yeah, that might help if you use the arrows rather than the ping, because this is so
Yeah,
big.
because you have to be
Yeah.
zoomed out.
Yeah.
So
okay.
anyway, so yeah, that's what you see, and you catch a glimpse inside the shop of a sort of a scaled face, looks out, kind of shakes their head, and then turns and disappears back inside.
Okay. I will approach.
Yeah, they see you
This
coming up,
person.
and they
We'll
say,
go to. I don't know where the fuck I am, but oh, here we go.
you just bought the old Trollskull place, didn't you? Well,
Yes.
I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings, but and for us to meet like this, but some things cannot be sat upon, and this I will not stand for.
Can you tell me more? I'm a little at a loss as to. You.
I found out recently that Rishaal here, who owns this bookshop, is using rare duskwood for his spell scrolls.
All right.
Hey, ask why we should care.
Hush.
I don't know enough about Duskwood, but I would assume that I would probably know at this point. So I will immediately turn around and start telling Porter in excruciating detail why he needs to care.
I'm wondering, like, what I would know about, like, the rarity of this kind of stuff. Can I do, like, some kind of
a history or nature check, either one?
Okay. All right.
I would approach her, and Lequin will approach her and ask her, so,
never popped out.
well, good lady, couldn't they just replant the trees and grow them again?
Not ladies here. You can refer to me as they or them.
Oh, my apologies. So,
you had a 50-50 chance.
Well, you didn't.
Not really. So, apologies, no offense meant. So,
none taken.
I understand that you have a passion to preserve these trees, but I'm still curious. I mean, wouldn't anyone who cuts one down be able to replant another one or grow one?
That is the problem. It is not so easily done, and at this point, the place is so devastated as to make catching up impossible without the complete halt on such exploitation of the rare wood. Garrosh, you've heard of it, but like you know that it's a rare wood that makes it's very high quality, so it's good for making spell scrolls and magical type things. But it is expensive.
Okay.
Is there perhaps another tree that could be used in its place?
Yes, is this an...
There's many alternatives, but we have people like this, and they look back over their shoulder and kind of scoff, that don't care. All they want to do is make a buck. And as they say this, you see another person poke their head out of the door, and I'm having to do all of these on the fly because I am dumb. You see a short, sort of wizened, golden-faced dragonborn with long, well, you see little tendrils coming off their face, sort of in place of a beard that they have beaded elaborately. And they look out, kind of hiss good-naturedly at Fala, and then says to you all, "Please don't let this charade scare you away. Come inside. I could use your help."
Perhaps in a moment. I'm not finished with my discussion.
Oh, sure. And they disappear back inside.
I go with him because this has absolutely nothing to do with me, and I don't use spell scrolls.
And I just I look at Porter and look at them, and I just shrug and follow Porter in.
All right. Garrosh, what would you like to say?
Using these trees, is this an orthodox practice, or does it... What could even be the advantage of using this material?
It's It's more like how would you say it? A sort of
Status.
yes, exactly, a status symbol. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
And for a moment, they turn their eyes on you, Carnamarai, and a light, like kind of lights up for a second and says, "My dear, I could have sworn that I saw vines beginning to creep from the second floor tower of your new home. Please, tell me it's you."
Ah, yes, that is me. I am quite a keen gardener.
Oh, this is wonderful news. I certainly can know that I can expect an ally in you.
Of course. It's terrible what they're doing to those trees. They're not easily replaced.
And I would say, Carnamarai, because you're a druid, you would just know that it's very much a deforestation type thing. It doesn't need to be happening. People do it for the status symbol and for the convenience. But it is a place of cultural importance to elves, to wood elves particularly, and on top of that, there are different types of species and actual locations there that are just slowly being erased.
Destroyed.
So anyway.
Yes, and be like, so yes, I mean, not only I'll go on and be like, not only are they participating in the deforestation, they're killing lots of native species that live in the forest.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so glad that you are here. I really must have you come over, all of you, for dinner sometime, and I can show you my entire. I can't. And she just kind of goes off. Or they, excuse me, that's my problem. They just kind of go off on this sort of a rant about the various causes and things that they have been researching of late. Meanwhile, and y'all can.
I'm just like paying attention, like nodding and being like, like raptly paying attention is the word I was looking for. Rapt.
And then right in the middle of their tirade, they suddenly see another group that is walking down the road, and then they say to you, "Oh, thank you so much for listening. Excuse me." And you hear them yell, "Duskwood equals murder!" And then goes running up to accost the next group of people.
Nice.
all right. To be continued.
Meanwhile, Svadrik is in the bookstore with Porter, and he's like showing him like some like centerfold, and be like, eh?
Porter's rubbing his head
You
going,
know what? Make an investigation check.
No. Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
I would be in there with Porter though, just kind of looking around.
Do it.
Investigation, you say?
Investigation check.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not good.
So, you definitely didn't find one of those. So while you are in here, this is a, it's like
Porter's
a
rubbing
very
his head going,
charming.
Svadrik, where did you find a kobold nudie mag?
No. That was just joking.
No, he didn't. This bookstore has these cute little bay windows, and it's a very charming sign of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls hanging above the door. When you go inside, you can see the shop is decorated with lots of beautiful hardwood, and there's sort of an earthy scent of old books that is in the air, just like all good old bookstores. And this is a library. It fills 2 floors of this 3-story building. So it's
Wow.
big open space. And it somehow seems to contain more shelves than the building should be able to hold. It just it's a little bit of a bigger on the inside, slightly, sort of a perspective whenever you first come inside. Anyway, Rishaal is currently bustling back over to you, Porter, and he hands you some a cup of tea, and then sees that Svadrik also came in, and also Lucian and or Lucan, and rushes off again, saying, "Just one moment," and let's see. By the time he gets back with more tea, the rest of you have filed in, I take it?
Yes,
I don't think I have, because I don't want to support a shop that is participating in the deforestation of the Duskwood.
Certainly. There
So
are some books out here on a cart that you're welcome to peruse, or you can kind of join Fala in their endeavor. It's
I will
completely
do
up to you.
that.
Okay. Fala it just flashes you a grateful smile. They seem to be thrilled.
Nice. We'll attempt to at least, like, I don't know if I will need to make a roll, but I will, if I do need to use a roll, I will attempt to use my Sune's Blessing trait.
All right.
If it would
We'll
come
get
to
back
that,
to
which
that
it
in
does
just
not
one
have
second.
to.
Yeah, we may. Let's see. So Rishaal comes back, and as you all are taking of this tea that he has served, you seems to be sort of a complimentary thing for patrons that come in, sort of a specialty of his. He confides in you all, and he says, I understand the concerns about the Duskwood, but I don't have any other options. It's the only paper I can get that's of high enough quality. My customers expect no less from me." And he kind of eyes you, Lucan, and he says, "You, for instance, were you to buy a scroll from me of an arcane nature, you would want the finest guarantee behind it possible. We don't want that, invisibility spell dropping off at the most inopportune moment. But, Fala's ruining my business. If you could help make them stop protests, I'll let each of you pick out a book or scroll at half price."
But doesn't her argument have merit? I mean, you just admitted that you understood, so why not offer alternatives to your patrons? Maybe they'll like the other papers better.
This is the only one I've been able to procure any sort of rate that allows me to float the balance between quality and a price that I can afford. They are just, I don't know why they've picked on me. I'm certainly not the only one, but...
Fala seems to believe that there are viable alternatives to Duskwood. I mean,
if there are, I haven't found it.
But have you spoken to her to see what she means?
Well, I certainly have. They are not very civil to me at all.
I just think there's an opportunity here for compromise, and that could potentially enhance your business, because
it could be. And I'll tell you what, if you are able to find a viable alternative for me, I will gladly make the switch.
I will see what I could do. I will see what I could find out for you, because I think it would enhance your shop's reputation to be known as a shop that not only deals in quality, but also in sustainable quality.
You make a very fine point.
It would set you apart from your competitors.
And let's see. Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me, Lucan.
Isn't that the one thing that none of us had, got any sort of bonuses in?
Correct.
I have a +1.
Yeah, you thinking back on it, you know what? That's probably not an intelligence check. It'd be more of a history check, right? Yeah. So go ahead and do a history check for me instead. Sorry. Yeah.
Mildly
Thinking back
better.
on it, you don't really know. Like, this is not really something you've looked much into before, or spent much thought on. No place immediately comes to mind where you might think of that could offer you alternatives.
Yeah, what I was thinking of doing was going back to Fala and kind of acting as an intermediary between she and our friend here, the Golden Dragonborn. I can't recall his name off the top of my head.
Rishaal. What
Rishaal.
Rishaal told you was that you would need to find an alternative, and he's already ready to make the switch. Now, Fala may know of a place where you could look
Right.
into it, but yeah. So, anyway, if you look around here, you can see that there's books here of almost every kind, with the exception of Kobold Nudie Mags. Mostly of the learned variety, but he does have a small but varied selection of spell books and spell scrolls. Spell books for the most part. He has a small collection of spell books that any wizard can copy spells from for the list of spell scroll on the table, or he can actually transcribe any of these spells into a spell scroll for you. So, what he's offering you in exchange for kind of getting Fala to go away, however that works out, is a book or a scroll at half price. So, anyway,
At a point where it wouldn't be rude, I would like to get up and go back out and try and track down Fala if I can before I lose sight of her.
Sure. She's right there where you left her, and I can't pick up Rishaal's token for some reason.
Follow the smell of smoke that Connemara always smells like into the general direction, and you will find the two of us yelling at people.
Right on.
Yeah, Carnamara, why don't you go ahead and make a persuasion roll to see how you're getting on with your.
Do I have advantage? Maybe.
Roll a percentage die.
Boy, let me rolling percentage die. Maybe.
Yes, you have
5.
advantage.
Yeah.
You found a
persuasion.
Oh wow!
I have a plus fucking 3 on persuasion.
You found a group of young men, like a pair of young men that were walking down, and they were very, very interested in stopping and talking to you, but they seem to care less about what you're actually talking about.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's see. Did y'all want to head around anywhere else, or Lucan? You said you wanted to speak to Fala.
Yes. So I wanted to approach Fala and ask Fala, say, Fala, after speaking with Rishaal, I think there is a way to stop him from utilizing Duskwood as the basis for his scrolls, but I would need your help. Is this something you'd be willing to help me with?
Well, certainly, it's what I want. I want for him to cease. He really said that he was willing to work. He's been nothing but rude to me.
He said he is open to the idea of using a different source for the scrolls if we could find one of comparable quality. And I pointed out to him that it would probably be an advantage to him and his shop to use a more sustainable source of scroll paper that he could then set himself apart from his competitors who are killing off, the rare duskwood. So I thought
Well.
this was an opportunity to kind of intersect interests. But I don't know of any sources of alternative scroll papers. And you mentioned that you knew that there were many alternatives. So I was hoping you could at least give me directions to go in to investigate or research what other sources you can use.
Well, they are very happy that you seem to have made some headway that they were unable to make, and they mention a name that you have heard before: Gemo Weird Bottle of Weird Bottle Concoctions. They recommend that you speak to them about alternative sources.
All right.
I
will do
potentially
so.
roll a history check and see if I know anything offhand.
She also, well, we've already done that roll, so I'd say
Okay,
no.
never mind.
But she also mentioned that there is another person by the name of Ramalia Haventree, a noble in the city, who is known to be a notable wizard. Yes, that's who they are. And so and that they are also a member of the Harpers, and so that they might also have a sustainable source, since the Harpers are a very good aligned group.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, anyway, those
Excellent.
are two
Thank you,
for
Fala.
you. I will I'll put both those names in the chat. They thank you again and then run off after the next group of people that are coming by.
Excellent.
Not Duskwood. Duskwood. There we go. All right. All right. Would y'all like to wander anywhere else, or?
Well, we haven't been to the greenhouse, right?
No, but Fala's not there right now.
We'd like to
And
go to the
that's
greenhouse. Oh,
that's
wait, no, that's her
they
house.
did,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They did they did
He invited us to dinner.
invite you to dinner, so that may
Yeah.
come to fruition at some point. Kana Marai,
So sweet.
this building right here, you know to be the building of the mysterious gentleman, the intriguing gentleman whom you have seen taking his pipe and coffee on his back veranda of late.
Nice. I guess let's go knock on his
Go
door.
meet your future husband.
Yes, my future husband. No, I figure I'll go invite him or something to the tavern sometime. But yes, let us go and meet my new future husband, I suppose.
So as you walk over here, you can see that it's sort of an unremarkable building on the outside, except for an orange and black sign out in front featuring a cat's eyes,
Ooh.
and written underneath it in professional gold leaf is the phrase "Tiger's Eye."
Hmm.
So knock on the door.
Yeah.
All right. See if I got something good here. Yeah, that works. All right. For a moment, it's quiet, and then the door is opened slowly, and you can see inside a human figure, male, and they are looking out at you sort of suspiciously, look over your shoulder, kind of check and make sure they seem to be looking for something. And then their eyes lock back on yours, and a
Hello.
smile splits his face, and he says, well, would you look at this? I ain't seen a dame that beautiful in about, it's got to be 300 years. And the the person that is standing before you looks like this. Give me just a second. Yeah, he says, aren't you just a tall, dark drink of water?
You are too sweet to me, sir.
That's also
My
on
name is
fire.
Connie Mariah, and I was just taking a look at your shop sign, and I was curious, what kind of business do you operate here?
Well, don't let me keep you on the doorstep. And he opens the door wide, stands back, gives you a low bow and another smile and a wink, and he says, please come inside and bring your friends.
All right. Nice. I will head on in.
So you can see he's dressed not in the trench coat that you saw in the picture, but in a sharp suit underneath it, and he's holding a
Put a
slim pipe
picture.
still in his hand. And you didn't see a picture?
Oh, I didn't get a picture.
Oh, dang it. Okay, looks like this.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh
handsome.
my gosh.
Yeah. And he ushers you down a hallway. Inside is a regal apartment, sort of dimly lit by flickering oil lamps. And he takes you into what is kind of like an old-fashioned sitting room with a heavy mantle and damask couches and everything. Are y'all all going in?
I will.
I guess.
I'll compliment him on the architecture and be like, well, I haven't seen architecture quite like this in so many years. Reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, he kind of shows you all around, kind of gives you all a tour. He seems to have a lot of kind of curiosities in here. Nothing too exotic. They seem to be more like mementos for him. But like, you could see like this really nice looking vase that's on, everything's displayed with great importance, bits and pieces. And while he's showing you all his place, he is keeping up sort of a running commentary. He says, yes, my name is Vincent Trench, and I am a private eye detective here in the beautiful city of Waterdeep.
Wonderful.
I call it the Tiger's Eye. And
Name.
and he smiles at you again. And as he does, you kind of you get he says, it's an old nickname. People used to call me Tiger. And you can kind of see it in his smile. It's kind of, he's got a sort of a sly cat-like grin.
Nice.
And anyway, he tells you all that his services are available for hire. If you ever have a mystery that you need solved, you come to him, and for a usual fee and sometimes expenses, he can run down some secrets for you.
Well, wonderful. I don't think we need a certain, like, this is out of character, sorry. I don't need anything like that, right?
At the moment.
Well,
Not
here's the
anything
thing: we do, but
Yeah.
I personally,
I
I'm
can't
like,
remember.
I don't
No,
want
you
to
don't
hire
have
somebody
to.
to investigate the thing that I want to investigate.
Exactly.
As a
Yeah.
player,
But it's
like
sort of
I'm not interested in, I
it's
want to
sort
do
of
it.
a fail safe. If y'all ever get stumped about something, you can come to this guy, and for a fee, he'll be able to get you a clue that sets you on the right path, that kind of thing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, if your investigations into this serial killer thing, for instance, don't go anywhere, then you might hire him to see if he can run down an extra, some extra information.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll say we don't currently have any
pressing need for your services, but we'll certainly keep you in mind should the need arise.
You are just too kind. Just too kind. And yeah, and after some time, you all bid him farewell and leave his
Nice.
very interesting apartment.
I will
Yeah.
invite him to come down and take a look at our tavern when it's open.
He will gladly accept.
Hey!
Lucan's not taking too kindly to some guy, trying to put the moves on his nana. So as he's leaving, he does the whole like double, points at his double eye with his two fingers and points at him like, "Yeah, I'm watching you." Like,
He just smiles at you with this real, like cat got the canary smile.
Hey!
yeah, I bet.
I love it.
All right.
I always think of it as like people look at her and be like, oh, she must be in like her late 20s, maybe early 30s or something. Looks really pretty, but she's not shy about mentioning her age. And so they'll be like, wow, she's really gorgeous. You're how old?
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say that's all the exploring we'll do for now here.
So
Since I promised y'all combat, normally I'd let you go and, explore to your heart's content, but you can always do that later.
Good
you-
start
Sure.
to it.
Oh, for now we have
Yeah,
to
I was
Dip
gonna
our toes in.
ask. It's not getting too late, right? We got to go do our stakeout.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not late at all. We'll definitely be doing a time skip to get there, regardless. So, all right. So, would y'all like to time skip to the evening?
Sure.
Yeah. Really fun.
Yes. and
Before we go,
yes.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but I would like to put work into the tavern or something to help out with the opening. And
Okay. That's going to be a downtime thing and something that we will do rolls for. But I'll make a note on it here so I don't forget.
worries.
That's something that y'all want to do, and we might do that like in between sessions.
Yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
fine. I just
And
figured I'd let you
occasionally,
know that
like
I
we'd
would want
actually
to
RP it.
that.
But
Before if there is time before we leave, that is something that I to do.
okay. Yeah, we'll say that you did then. That you maybe y'all spend the rest of the day just working out around the tavern. In fact, since we're saying that, I would like to have two of you, whoever would like to, go ahead and make perception checks while you're at the tavern.
Okay, I have a +4 on perception, so I called. Oh, fuck me! All right. Somebody else, when number one knocks some sense into roll 20 and be like, yeah, she's actually really good at this shit. So, well, I guess we're not doing a lot of work today.
Yeah, y'all are working, but I was just having you roll for a couple of
We're
undisclosed
working
reasons.
harder, not smarter today.
Yeah, you're working hard, so hard that you're not really paying much attention to anything besides the job that's in front of your nose. So,
Yes, and potentially Leaf if he's got any suggestions for what we should be doing.
sure. All right, so we'll deal with those roles later on, but y'all definitely make some progress with preparing your tavern for opening night.
Hey,
And let's see. Put Fala
So,
back in front of their place.
so we're about to head out then?
I think so. What did you want to do something?
Yes, I did. As we're gearing up to head out, I go to Porter and... Porter, do you have your weapon out?
Oh my.
ooh.
Porter, show me your weapon.
Hey.
If you insist. And I throw it on the table.
Fantastic. I put my hand on it, and I use Blessing of the
Hey.
Forge.
And I say, it's pretty big, huh?
Oh, God, the biggest I've seen. I'll give you a little extra something.
A little bit of that sauce.
Here now, y'all. Keep it PG.
All right, so yeah, you get that sweet buff on your hog splitter.
Hey.
Sweet,
It's a
sweet.
+1 magic weapon now, is that right?
Yes.
Cool. How long does that last?
I think it's
Day,
I think
I
it's
thought?
24 hours. Give me just a second, because I can only do it. Wait, no. There it is. Sorry. Until my next long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to grab you guys and take you over to the next map. All right, so you make your all way down to the Muleskull Tavern as the sun begins to sink. You all are going to take another carriage down there, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, how much did that cost?
It's 5 silver, typically, for these long rides.
I guess every time we do that, I better just take 1 silver off.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
sounds good to me.
Cheap.
Okay.
And find yourself back down in the docks district.
How many silver goes into a gold piece?
10, right?
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all in multiples of 10. So, yeah, back down here at the docks. And I will flip you over to that map. All right, so you are going to be on a stakeout. So, is there anything you want to do before dusk falls?
Talk to people. Probably a good idea, right?
Well, you already did talk to people, so I mean, I pretty much told you everything that you're going to get out of the out of the tavern people.
Okay, cool.
But if you have a new idea or new information that you're seeking, then sure, go for it. But if you're just
Well,
going to
I
go
mean-
back in there and ask them the same things as before, you've already done that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we've got one of 2 options, which is just stake out the entire place and then just keep watching. Or option 2 would be to use our half elf as a decoy and then stake out wherever he is. So
The building you're standing in front of is, in fact, the tavern. This one here with the 2 tarps out in front and like the little market stalls and stuff.
Well, if you been with the first option, that we could easily miss our little serial killer who decides to go after someone else. But of course, the issue being with the second plan is that now we're putting Lucan in danger, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But I'm also not a huge fan getting some other random killed.
well, I know we talked at one point about you being there with Lucan. Like,
No, I'm saying that in character.
oh yeah,
Like,
I know. I remember
Yeah.
we talked about this like at the end of the
I
session.
know,
last time.
no, yeah, that's 100%. Like, regardless of if we go with the second plan, like, I 100% will be there in wild shape.
And well, since Tony wasn't here, he really couldn't defend whether or not it would mostly be
Yeah.
Lucan's decision. What he's comfortable.
Nope,
with.
he's doing it. I've called it. He doesn't have a choice. We're sacrificing
Right.
the lamb.
To hell with player agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just
Sorry.
kidding. It's entirely up to you all what y'all want to do.
No, Lucan would totally go for being the bait. In fact, he'd probably come up with the idea of, like, I'll be the bait. So somebody's killing.
I
my
just
folk,
don't like
I wanna
this.
take
It's
them
too
down.
dangerous, but if y'all are so intent on it, then I will be going with you.
You do know that these attacks have occurred against people who were by themselves. You know, a vulnerable target.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'll be like a spider or something.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that Lucan needs to kind of make himself pretty
Known.
well obvious, right? So, like, I was thinking maybe he'd post up on one of these crates over here and in a spot where he can see who's coming and who's going.
Ooh, I got an idea. Svadrik
Maybe
runs off.
grab a
For a
tanker from
second.
the bar and, like, come out here and sit out here in the nice evening cool air and enjoy
Yeah.
his beer.
Can I run into the bar real fast and ask the bartender if I can have like an empty bottle?
Just like an empty glass bottle.
Yeah, like an empty brandy bottle or something that they were going to throw away.
They look at you, pull one out of the trash, and hand it to you and say, 3 copper pieces.
And I kind of look at him and I say, 2 copper. Sorry, I keep copying your accent. I don't know why I keep doing that in my brain. I say, 2.
3.
2. And I kind of narrow my eyes.
They start to take the bottle back.
All right, I slapped 3 copper on the bar.
You're in Brooklyn, man.
I didn't know if I was going to get a roll or not. I didn't know if that was.
I'm trying to cut down on some of the rolls for things that aren't, like just let your own skill without the rolls cover it.
Okay.
This situation, they don't like you.
Oh, I forgot. Okay. All right, I give them 3.
All right. You got yourself an empty trash bottle.
Yep. I walk over and I hand it to Lucan. And I say, try to act vulnerable and kind of do a little like drunken swagger to him as I hand him the bottle.
Surely we could at least put some sort of like liquid in there, or watered down alcohol. It's rather obvious to tell whether or not someone is drunk or not if you get close enough to smell them.
All right, it is starting to grow dark, so if y'all don't want to be seen or if you want to find positions, you should do it soon.
All right, so if I look around this place, can I tell where? Can I assess where would be a good place to post up? Maybe on a roof, where I wouldn't be as noticed. Maybe least noticed, but easiest. Still not too far from them.
I would say either here, which
where's here?
Sorry, here. On the top of that building would give you a pretty good view of the entire front area, especially the docks.
Mm-hmm.
This one would also be not a bad place, but it's going to have a little bit less of a view. But on this one, you would have a better view of some of these narrow alleys back here.
All right.
I have a question. How big is the giant wolf spider?
Pretty big.
Isn't it medium-sized, or?
I think
Oh yeah, it's medium-sized. Never mind. Then I'm just medium, a regular spider.
It's gonna be like a very large dog sized.
Yeah, I'll just be a regular.
I mean, you could be a tarantula if you want to be, but that's still pretty big. It's not gonna change your hit points or anything.
No, I'll just be a small spider, so I can like.
All right, Lucan, you have a friend, a small spider.
Okay, so I say, I think that Porter, you want to post up on one roof and I'll get the other side, and maybe one of us on each of these roofs. I'm not 100% where Garrosh should be, and I'm open to suggestions.
You can make investigation checks if y'all would like to try to find good spots to hide. Or I guess a good spot for Garrosh to hide. Or Porter, or both.
Yeah, I'm great at that.
Let me see if I can help.
Yeah, Garrosh, you can make an investigation check if you want to. There we go. All right.
Shit, man.
So it looks like Porter and Carnamarai. Porter, you find spots over here in these bushes. There's some shrubbery and then some crates and barrels behind that give you a pretty good view of this whole area right here that you feel like you could confidently hide behind, since The shrubbery is green, and so are you.
Uh-huh.
Says the racist DM.
Yeah. I feel that. I felt
So,
it.
yeah, you could definitely hide there if you'd like.
Hold on, pick it again.
I moved you over here.
Okay. Because I was like, since I've got both windows next to it, my map's kind of restricted.
Oh, that's fine. And Garrosh, you're a big blue armored dragonborn.
Yeah.
Um,
I am in no way inconspicuous.
You should.
that doesn't mean you can't
in the water.
try,
Yeah.
but
I rolled a 16.
Be like an alligator.
you do notice that there are people as dusk begins to fall, that there are sailors who are out and about, and like there's one guy over here just like passed out and snoring against a barrel. So you think maybe hiding in plain sight might not be a bad.
I've got a disguise kit.
I was originally thinking like maybe I could act like I was on the docks like against a barrel drunk or something, and then I was like, I'm kind of in battle gear, so maybe that will work. But
you're far enough away.
But yeah, if you're cool with that, then that's what I'll do.
Are you proficient in the disguise kit, Carnamarai?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
I am
I'll
too.
say,
Wait, I think I am.
yeah, you won't really be able to change, like, he will still look like a dragonborn, but you could try to disguise him so he looks less adventure-y and battle-ready and more like just a sailor or a bum or your choice.
Yeah, someone who's down on his luck or something.
Okay.
Alrighty, let me see. I think
Go
I can
ahead
just
and-
roll here.
Hey, I've got a blanket. I'm gonna throw that over
There you
myself.
go. All right. Carnamarai does some work on you.
Sweet.
And by the time you're finished, you definitely don't look like a threat of any
Cool.
kind. So, all right, just find the place that you want to be, and
Okay.
Last question for everybody: who's got the whistle?
I have the
Lucan.
whistle.
I would say Lucan's got to have it.
But I will give him.
I don't know
the
where you
whistle.
want to hide my guild token.
I think
spider.
you could just put it next to Lucan. That's fine. Oh, you're.
But I got my spider token, who is now on top of Lucan.
So after all this setup,
Oh wait, I need to move myself.
night passes. Lucan is unaccosted, and nobody approaches him. Now, you do know from what you weren't necessarily expecting an attack tonight. I would like to have everyone roll perception.
I do it as a spider?
Yeah. But it's with Carnamarai's senses.
Could I just roll something decent tonight? That would be
Unless the spider's is better, in which case you can. All right, so
apparently the spider is better.
You are all very positive that nobody was around that was acting suspicious. You think you would have seen them if there were. It was just dead, in a good way, or a bad way if you're trying to catch a serial killer.
Yeah.
But what we can do is just roll on into tomorrow night and have y'all do the same thing for a second night in a row if you would like.
Yeah, as long as you don't mind. So, again, I would like to help out at the tavern and get ready, so that will be 2 rolls later on.
Sure. I'll just I'll go ahead and mark that down on my list of rolls for y'all to make. And we'll say that Garrosh, you cast the Blessing of the Forge on Porter's weapon again and all that.
Yes. Thank you.
Now you do expect that each night, if the pattern holds, there's an increasing chance that the person you're looking for may show up. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and make a roll. 69. Nice.
Hey. Let's roll them all.
All right. This evening, Lucan, as you stand out there in front with this empty bottle in hand, what are you doing exactly?
So I'm kind of taking Svad's lead and trying to act a little drunk. So I'm kind of just sitting on the barrel or the crate right over there, facing the bar, trying to act like I'm sloshed and tired, but trying to keep a sharp eye to my right and to my left and down the alleys. I'm kind of watching the traffic, like the people if there's people mulling around, coming in and out of the tavern, just generally trying to be aware of my surroundings. Obviously, if someone starts to approach me, I'm going to start to move. But yeah, it's
Okay,
kind
go
of
ahead and
why I
make a
position myself
performance check for me.
there. We not too shabby.
Not bad.
I think it's really late, going on about 2 o'clock in the morning. You see this one half elf come out of the bar, and they are staggering drunk, and they just slowly start making their way this way, like they're headed home, just like swaying and going back and forth and hardly able to walk in a straight line at all.
Is anybody following them? Like, do I see anybody kind of?
You can make a perception check.
All right.
And Svadrik, you can make a perception check as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on, Svadrik.
Come on, Svad.
Oh, wait.
There we go.
Let's see. All right. As he comes around this corner right here, Svadrik, you see a sudden movement that you. It's weird because you could swore it's almost like the shadows just suddenly take form, and out of it you see a figure step. All right, so you see a figure appear right here, and step out of the shadows, and is stalking towards this drunk guy who's staggering drunkenly along the way with his back to him.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a copper out of my pocket, and I'm going to peek over the edge, and I'm going to chuck this one copper at Lucan.
Okay. Okay. How far can you throw?
I don't know. I mean, it's 100 feet.
It's a ways.
Nah.
100
Well, even if he
feet for a
misses
copper
me
piece?
and it makes a noise somewhere,
Yeah,
it's
go
gonna
ahead
grab
and
my attention.
go ahead and roll. Just roll like a ranged attack. Like just add your dexterity.
Hang on, I've
Proficiency.
fallen into some Wikipedia black hole. There's something called pitching pennies. It's got to have. I don't know. Okay, making a ranged attack.
So you can add your dex and your proficiency to a d20 roll.
All right, I'm just gonna. I'll make it like it's a dart attack, but obviously it's not.
Okay, and then Lucan, you can make a perception check.
But I want to say this ahead of time. I am throwing this and immediately acting after that.
Okay.
So I'm not waiting for Lucan to react at all.
Lucan, you actually do. You see ding, 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 and it like this. It lands like right here and rolls a little ways,
Right.
and you know it came from the roof. So you look up at the roof and you can see Svadrik.
Yeah, I would assume that means come, like, start following this guy. So I'll hop off this crate and make my way towards our friend over here.
As I throw it, I run off the roof and attack this guy.
Yeah.
All right, everybody roll initiative.
Because you said wait, hang on. You said he has a knife out, right?
Yes.
Saber.
Yeah, I just
Long
run off
saber.
the roof and I want to try and hit him with my quarterstaff as as I'm falling onto him.
All right. All right. So let's see. We're going to have one round of combat in which only Svadrik and our friend, this guy.
This guy.
This guy. Acts and.
I should have asked how
Like you'll be going
how
first.
high up am I?
You know,
I'm not jumping off a third-story building, am I?
No, more like running down a roof and then jumping like one story to the ground. So you don't have to roll for it or anything.
Okay, that's what I was assuming, but then I realized I never asked.
I do want you to just make one thing for me. Make a stealth check for me real quick.
Okay. Come on, you got to roll good on Stealth Sunday, right? Ah, there we go.
And I would say that everybody, Lucan, you can go ahead and move your movement
And each square is
during this
10 or
surprise
5?
round type thing. So yeah, you can go 30 feet or whatever your speed is, and the rest of you, upon seeing him move, can also move. So Porter and Garrosh, if you also want to go ahead and just move yourselves, your speed towards the conflict, you can.
Okay.
So, all right, Svadrik, go ahead and make your attack.
So I'll run down and jump and try to. I'll
Thanks for
first try
buffering.
and swing my staff at him, kind of with both hands. And let's see. Oh, great!
Oh, yeah. So as you are sliding down the roof, your claw catches on a shingle right here, and you just with a
Face plant.
yeah, you just trip and face plant right onto the cobblestones. You're not going to take any damage, but you are prone. So as
Okay,
as you swing with your fall and try to catch him, but still miss.
Okay. So that was about 30 feet. And I have a speed of 40, so I can't get up.
Here.
Kick him in the shin. Bonus
I know. I'm going to, upon seeing that I've done this, I'm going to spend a key point and patient defense to take the dodge action in case he attacks me. I can like roll or something.
Okay, that absolutely, you absolutely can do that. Good move.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that upon putting myself in this very bad position. And I think it's gonna be my turn.
Oh, ow.
Fantastic.
All right. Next up is Porter.
I run like the Dickens.
All right. You certainly can.
Complete.
All right.
Yeah.
So this shadow wheels, and so does the drunk half elk. He's half elk.
An elk now.
He wheels and kind of staggers and is like, "What's going on?" Doesn't seem to know. It doesn't seem to be coherent at all. Whereas this person wheels towards you, Svadrik, with like a shocked look on their face. They absolutely did not see you, and they're not used to not seeing. They're not used to being surprised. And you see it is a tall drow with their white hair pulled back in a knot behind their head. And not only do they have two, it's a drow male, they have two long sabers crisscrossed on their back but they also have a what looks like a pistol strapped to their side. And they quickly get over the surprise, though, and are going to take a swing at you. But they would have advantage, but since you used your key point, it's just going to balance out. Try to swing at you with their scimitar. Does a 15 hit you?
Oh,
okay.
wait, sorry, and I was back, but I was still muted. I'm sorry, a 15 is my AC, unfortunately.
Okay, you're going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
And then he's going to look forward at the drunk half elf, sort of in indecision, and then in anger swing at you again. A 13 will miss you, and so you manage to like roll out of the way at the heels of the other attack, and you can see the sparks fly on the cobblestones with the force of this attack as it slams down by your snout but misses you. All right, Garrosh, run like the wind, my duckling.
Okay.
Let's
see.
The direction that this all went was determined by a die roll, so I wasn't quite sure how it was going to pan out, but
yeah. So I will. I was hoping to be able to do something else, but
you might be able to have. I don't think you're going to have.
I'm
line
not
of
gonna
sight
have.
on
Yeah, I
there.
won't. Unfortunately.
If you,
I went and forgot. So
depending
we'll
on
do
your
that again. There we go.
range, if you went out here, you might be able to have just barely line of sight on them.
It's okay.
But it depends on what you want to do.
Wait. It's all good.
Okay.
That's me.
You know what? I'm going to say, I'm totally going to say that, and this may change what you do, Garrosh, but I forgot that upon attacking and missing Svadrik, he is going to just bolt with his movement.
I have 2 questions real fast before you do that. Can I take an attack of opportunity?
Not as prone, I don't believe. And I may be wrong about that.
Can, just with disadvantage.
Okay. I will say yes then.
And then the second question is, can I take? Can you make? Because I genuinely don't know this. Can you make a grapple attempt with an attack of opportunity? With an attack of opportunity.
With the attack of opportunity, all you can do is just a regular melee attack.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just see if I can make an unarmed strike against him.
Okay.
Okay. So. All right. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm jumping ahead. I apologize.
No, I jumped backwards. That is going to miss. Okay, now Garrosh, if there's something you would like to do, you may.
Okay, so I was here. Okay, so I'm still on that one. All right, so seeing that this dude
looking
is
ahead, you
running,
see a very dark figure, bent double, and just running, completely ignoring what was, you assume, his original target, and just running full speed ahead. Looks over as he comes around this corner here and sees all of these people running towards this area and seems to panic and is definitely headed up this direction.
Well, unfortunately, my ranged spell is an action, not a bonus action, and it's too far away. It is like 10 feet out of my range.
And what did you say you wanted to do?
I was going to use the ranged spell. I was going to try Guiding Bolt.
Okay,
but I'm
because
not
I believe
in
that
range,
just like a ranged weapon, or is that the outside range of your?
It just
says
says
120, the outside range of it.
It just has the one range of 120 feet.
Okay,
there's
and
not
is
two
it an
numbers.
attack roll?
It is. Yeah, it's an attack. It's an action.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can go ahead and try it, but it's just gonna be more difficult because their AC is gonna be higher because they're outside of the range of the spell.
Okay,
but if you want,
I'll try. I'll try. I'll give it a shot. Okay. I swear, this has just been me all night. Shit rolls.
Well, maybe we'll turn around for you.
Just shit
No, yeah,
rolls.
it doesn't quite make it all the way there
Okay,
before it dissipates into the air.
All right. That's
All right.
me.
Okay, Lucan.
Right, so I dashed. Is that an action then?
You have another full turn now.
Oh, I have another full turn now. Okay, great. In that case, I will go ahead and I don't think I have line of sight on him, but if I move another 30 feet, I will. And I will guiding bolt that guy for sure.
Right.
And so I just click on the name of the spell, right?
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay, that hit.
Sweet.
So
So that's
he's
four.
going to take...
Yeah.
I think if you click Guiding Bolt, it'll give you the damage on it.
That's right. Casting at level 1, yes.
There we go. All right. So for an instant, it's almost like an electrical shock, as you see this bright light flash from Lucan, and it's almost like his skeleton is visible for a moment, and he staggers a little bit and keeps running, but he's now like leaving behind this sort of glowing trail, and he is sort of faintly outlined, but in this dark, in these dark streets, it makes him very visible. So the next person to try to hit him with an attack roll will have advantage.
Very nice.
And I think Carnamara, you're next.
Nice. Yes, I am. So what I'm gonna do? Well, first of all, I'm being.
Did you want to? If you wanted to move at all, Lucan, you can.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, I
assume,
actually
yeah,
moved up.
you're on-
I moved up 30 feet already from where I
Okay,
was
right.
before. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I just unfortunately did not see that. So I'm going to drop my wild shape, and I left my other token on the maps on the other map.
I
So
think I can pull it down for you. Let's
okay,
see.
yeah. I was gonna say I was like I left that up there, so
Where
I'm just
did
gonna
it
look like a
go?
spider.
Should have just had you stick to my back and like brought you along for the ride.
I got it.
Okay, good. I couldn't find it. I was like, "Where's Waldo?"
I know. Yeah, where's Connie Marai? We just don't know. And here I am. You can go over here, spider. Goodbye. All right, I'm going to go here.
Eat him
And I
alive.
am well in range of everything.
This fucker closer to us? Yes, he is in range. All right, so I'm gonna nail him with a thorn whip of mine, hopefully. Fingers crossed. 21?
That's a hit.
Okay, cool. So he gets
Yes.
5 piercing damage and he's dragged 10 feet closer to us.
Nice. Okay. So let's see. 10 feet. I'm gonna say that fits in like right here.
Wait, and then I don't think I've got any spells that I can use for bonus. I think everything I have got is an action. Sorry, I'm just gonna scroll through real quick. So yeah, what I guess I'll do is, as I drag him closer, I'm just gonna, kind of haul him in with my thorn whip and be like, "Hello there." A la Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right, Svodric.
All right, so I am going to get up off the ground first,
All right.
and that'll be half my movement, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be able to get to this guy without using my other key point. I think I want to save it, so I'm going to just kind of run up here, and as I'm kind of staggering, half winded from the fall and then getting sliced, I'm gonna pull out a couple of my darts and chuck 2 darts at him.
All right.
So I'll throw both at the same time. I shouldn't have disadvantage still.
No, just take the first one, which is a hit. And that one is a miss. All right,
Wing and
so
miss.
7 points of piercing damage. She doesn't like that very much. And his demeanor now is has changed. He seemed to initially be, surprised out of his mind, confused at who the hell you people are, and but now you can see him sort of gathering himself for a fight, and he looks pretty vicious. All right, Porter, what you doing?
I did what I did.
I don't see it.
I ran 60 feet.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. It's his turn now, and you just hear him. He's speaking a language that I don't think any of you understand. Do any of you speak Undercommon? Actually, you might, don't you, Sodric?
I do.
All right. What you all hear him say, he says, "He that is the bashful guy," and he casts a spell. And Svodric, what you hear is, as you reveal me, be revealed. And I want Porter, Alukian, and Carnamarai to make a dexterity saving throw.
Be sure I'm not good at dex. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, well.
Everyone but Carnamarai saved.
Yeah.
Carnamarai, you are lit up like a Christmas tree as he casts Fairy Fire on you.
Oh, guess what I was about to do on my next turn.
Yeah, you've got like blue and
right?
green and violet light just kind of dancing all over your silhouette. And after he does that, he is going to pull out his pistol.
Oh, shit.
And shoot you point blank.
Oh,
Porter.
that motherfucker.
It's an actual pistol?
Mm-hmm. But he misses because he rolled a 9.
Oh, yeah, that didn't hit.
What does it sound like?
It is a loud crack, like a pistol shot, for sure. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. And then I'm going to say that it sort of misfires, and that's how he managed to miss you at point blank range.
I know, I was going to say, I was like,
And so then he is going to turn and run.
Ooh.
Try.
Yeah, he's gonna try. But he doesn't. It looks like he's more just trying to gain. He's not necessarily fleeing anymore, but he's trying to gain some sort of more, like, cover or whatever, and get away from this hulking half orc that just ran up into his grill.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna put him right over.
Did he disengage?
Here. No, he did not.
Oh, so then it is.
So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
We'll get to the attack of opportunity because technically, if we're going by the grid, I think
only Porter.
Oh, yeah.
No,
that's what I was
Porter.
going to say. I was like, who has the range?
Yeah. So yeah. Take a swing at him, but he's a slippery bastard. All right, Garrosh. He has ducked behind some crates, and he's going to have 3/4 cover from where you are standing right now.
What's the drunk guy doing during all this?
He is just like wheeling from like one of you to the next, just trying to like take it in. But at the pistol shot, he just like pisses his pants and tries to crawl underneath this tarp here, and he's got his head, his arms over his head, and he's just starting to like cry.
Oh.
What's going on? What's going on? I can't hear you if you're talking, Chris.
Oh, sorry, I was still on mute. I was trying to see what I could do based on distance, but there's not really a whole lot. So I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna use all my movement, and I'm going to, let's see. Watch me still be out of range for the other thing I thought I could do. Fuck me. Okay, whatever. That's all I do.
Okay. All right, Lucan.
Let's see. He's in 3/4 cover right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much no matter where you go for like a ranged shot.
So is that dock elevated at all?
Yeah, the steps will get you like 5 feet up, not more.
But if I get up to this spot up here, well, let's see if I can ping it. This spot up here, will that reduce some of his cover or negate it at all?
No, he will still have it.
Okay. In that case, I will Eldritch Blast this gentleman and use my evocation to knock him into those barrels behind him and knock him back 10 feet. Hopefully that will really shake
So a
him up.
knockback Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, if I can swing that. Now if I can find my character sheet, would be really nice. Hold on.
Oh,
I guess I did.
crit fail.
Nice. I blast myself 10 feet.
You know what? That's actually a really good idea. So I would say you just you blast yourself backwards up against this wall right here, and
Eldritch Blast never comes through for me, man.
I'm gonna just make a quick roll. Youch. Okay, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. You take 3 points of damage.
All right.
As you slam
That's
up
fair.
against the wall right here. You, Svadrik, make a perception check. Okay, you hear him calling out in Undercommon, and what he says is, "You can't take me!" All right.
Okay. I thought there was more to that for a second.
Nope, that's it. Carnimarai.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. I'm really debating. Kind of really want to get. Assuming that right to the left of Lucan is an alleyway, he could potentially escape, right?
That is correct.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and move. I'm gonna dash the 40-foot thing.
Okay.
And block his way. I guess 50 feet, because I'm going to go stand right here. And now I dash. That was my action. I can't take a defensive stance, correct?
That's correct. It would take an action to take the dodge.
That's fine.
Action.
Then I will, well, like I said, I'm like 99% sure that I don't have anything that I can do. Yeah, I don't have anything that I can do that would be a bonus action, so I will just stay here.
Okay, good move. Svadrik.
All right, so now when you said earlier he's in 3/4 cover,
That's for ranged.
That's for ranged, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you get up in his grill, it doesn't apply anymore.
Well, what is this just like a cart? Like a...
It's like stacks of crates, but with tarp over it.
Okay, so at first I guess I thought it was like a shop or a stand or something.
If you want to...
It's not something I could run under is what my question was.
No.
Okay. Then I run right up to him. And I'm going to say in Undercommon, oh, yes, we can.
Nice. Nice.
And, you know what? Yeah, even though I didn't do the accent, let's say, because in Undercommon, it's
yeah,
like
you're not going to have a kobold
You're
accent.
not going to have the accent. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Okay, and then I'm just going to, do what I do. Let's beat him
Punch him
down.
really good.
That's not good.
That's a miss.
Unarmed strike. God.
Miss.
Man, we can't roll for shit tonight, huh?
And yeah. I am I think that's all I can do right now.
All right.
Crap.
I'm sorry. All right. Next up is Porter.
Do the thing, Porter.
The thing?
I said do the thing. The thing.
The thing. What's the thing that day?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, just being silly. Like, basically, I'm like, do the thing. You know, like you can do your thing. Essentially, I'm just being silly.
Is this rough terrain right here?
I mean, it's elevated, so yeah. If you want to try to go through it without it slowing you down, you'll need to make a athletics check. Hey, yeah, you run up on that thing all Assassin's Creed style, jumping from crate to crate, sliding on the tarp, and find yourself looking slightly down on this drow bastard.
I rage and attack him.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
That's a hit. Ow.
And then raid damage. Arr. So 14.
Ow.
And I before I hit him, I pull out my axe and I get a +1 to that.
Yeah, you do.
So
So
add
2
another
more
+1.
points of damage. One
Just
more
one
point of damage.
It's just one more point.
All right.
So I pat it and I say, "This thing right here never misses."
It
And
never
then I-
misses until it does.
Yep. 90%, 50% of the time it works. 90% of the time.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you said you raged. Okay, cool. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. It is going to be his turn, and he is going to draw both sabers, one in each hand, and he is going to first stab at you, Savagic.
Yeah.
Ooh, he crit.
Ooh.
Cool.
But he rolled a 1 on his damage, so. But I wonder if I should re-roll that.
As the player,
If I'm letting,
I
if
say
you,
no.
yeah, if I'm letting y'all re-roll ones
Yeah.
on damage, I should be able to do it too on crits, right?
It's only fair.
Okay.
It really is.
All right. Let's
The
see.
player in me says no, but the DM in me is like yes.
All right. So 1 second. Let me roll that again. Possible. All right. So you're going to take 9, 10, 12.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 12 points of slashing damage.
Can I say, you hear me go, "Oh shit," as I hit the
No.
ground?
Oh, did you go unconscious? Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
ouch. And then he is going to do this sweet little kickoff thing where he kicks off the crates behind him and lands on his feet next to you, Porter, and with the force of the movement attack you with his other attack.
Okay.
With a 9, so missing you.
Wing and a miss. Shouldn't have been fancy, motherfucker.
All right, Garrosh, you now see in plain sight, no cover, a dark drow figure standing on these crates in melee with Porter, having heard the cry of a dying kobold.
Swadrick, no! Sorry, I'm a little late on that.
You're raging. You don't care right now.
Yeah, you're raging. You don't even hear anything.
Swadrick, stop sleeping.
It's a battle.
You're muted again, Chris.
Thanks, I'm sorry. I've been eating and I haven't wanted to share my crunching with you all.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, I really wish I hadn't have chosen to go on the east side of the map. God damn it! Because every time every time it comes around to my turn, what I want to do is just negated.
I'm sorry.
You
No,
can
it's
move
not
now.
your fault. I mean, I chose. I'm just.
It was the die roll. Like, he very well could have gone in yours and Porter's direction.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what I originally wanted to do, that is not gonna work. But I've got something else I can do. First, I'm gonna use Healing Word on Swadrick.
You can't see him.
Oh, I can't see him. Never mind.
I'm right behind him, and I can heal.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I just heard it then. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Good
because
run. Let me go.
Porter and the drow are standing on top of a pile of crates, which makes them even with the dock that you're standing
Okay.
on.
All right. I see.
But Swadrick is tiny and crumpled and
He's
on the
yeah.
ground behind all that.
Okay.
Like some chicken. Some tiny chicken.
All right. Well, what I will do is attack this dude with Sacred Flame.
Okay. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on, 1 second. I need to check something. All right. He is going to roll a 13. That is your save. So that means he just barely saved.
Shit.
So your flame flickers harmlessly past him and seems to shake it off.
Okay.
All right, Lucan. I know he stepped away for a minute. Are you back, Tony?
I am back. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so Swad's on the ground and he's out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is within 60 feet of me. Okay, so I'm going to first. Can I do bonus action first, right? I can do that. That order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Okay,
can do
so
it in whatever
as a
order.
bonus action, I'll use my healing light ability,
Ooh,
and I'll heal him for 3d6 of hit points.
well, that's nice. Yeah, you could potentially bring him back up to full with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping. So, he gets
Not
a whole
quite,
whopping
but-
8.
Nice. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Nice.
And now we're going to blast him again with Eldritch Blast, again with the leveraging that invocation. Hopefully this will.
Right. Yeah, he
yield
doesn't have
better.
cover anymore because he's standing up on top of the crates like an idiot. That's gonna miss, unfortunately.
Well, at least I got it off and I didn't hurt myself this time.
Oh, that's true. Improvements. It's the little things. I like
Exactly.
the way you think. All right. Did you want to move? Any?
I kind of want to help block the. Just move over next to Carnamarai. So we're both blocking that exit. He can't come out that way.
All right. So y'all see Lucan fire off a blast and then sidestep over to Carnamarai, and the two of them are standing there, blocking the exit, or at least one exit, and they look pretty intimidating. Carnamarai, you are up next.
Alrighty, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast a spell. I just have not decided which one yet. Because everybody is all close and I don't want to cast Fairy Fire on my friends.
Svodric's little form is still crumpled pitifully upon the
Wait,
ground.
no, I thought he was.
He was healed some, but he's still pretty badly hurt.
Oh, how bad is it?
I'm down to half now.
Okay, well then that makes everything a lot easier. I'm gonna just do Cure Wound.
You gonna run up here?
I thought that was a range spell.
Nah, Cure Wounds is touch. Healing
Oh,
Word
fuck.
is range.
I don't know that I can actually get there because I can only move 30 feet. Yeah.
Let's see.
You're 30 feet away.
Oh, okay, yeah, I am 30 feet.
You don't necessarily
Yeah.
have to.
No, it's up to you. I was just giving you more options.
Alright, so let's see. If I move here, this is about 25, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can move right. Oh,
I don't want to get
Let's
too
see.
close. I want to drop back so I can block the
Yeah.
exit. Or I guess I
Well,
could
Vincent
go
did
drop.
move that direction, so
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds now, as long as I'm in range. Submit. 10.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. All right, yeah.
Hey, that's max
these
healing
two
on
things
that.
hitting me all at once. I'm gonna like sit up and just like spit blood down on the ground, and
You all right?
and without even thinking, I'm just gonna respond in Draconic. I don't
Mhm.
remember if you speak Draconic.
Do.
You do?
No,
Okay.
Do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'll just be like, I actually know I have it. Let's see. I'll just say, Hinish in Goleth, as I spit something out, which roughly translates to bastard drow. 2 words I actually have listed on my sheet. I was like, yay!
Nice. The drow hears this, sees you sitting back up, fully healed, and he says, "Rathmatai," which means bastard healers.
I'm going to tell him, which I don't have the draconic version of the mind your tongue.
You say that in common? Yeah. Okay.
No, I will say that in draconic. I just don't know what it would be in draconic.
So he understood Draconic?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay, Svodric, I think you're up next. Carnamara, did you want to move slightly, you said? Or?
Yeah, I think you can move 5 feet back.
Yeah, oh yes, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I'm gonna move back slightly here.
That'll...
Okay, I'm going to jump to my feet. Half my movement. How high again is this little scuffle going on?
Not high enough for you to have to make an acrobatics check to get up there.
Okay. In that case,
I mean, if we're working, I guess we can. I made Porter do it, so I mean, you can get up there, but it'll just determine if it was difficult terrain or not for you.
well, I mean, I guess that doesn't matter because if half my movement's 20 feet, so could I get here, which is 6 feet away?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. No
then
problem.
I'm just gonna do it.
So you flip up onto the crates behind him, so now you're more level with his knees.
Yes. And now, let's see, and I'm double checking because it has been a bit since we were in combat, and also since this rule mattered. Pack tactics.
I think that's as long as an ally is within 5 feet of you.
5 feet of the if the against a creature, if at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the creature. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was I had to be within 5 feet of Porter, or Porter had to be within 5 feet of what I'm attacking. So I get. Oh, did you just put that up?
Yeah, I was just going to show you what this guy looks like. It doesn't really
By the
matter.
way,
if you
I
know what
meant
his
to
name is,
ask, but
guess.
then I died. I was knocked out. Getting a decent look at him, and I know it's dark, but you know, I guess I got night vision. I've never seen this guy before, right? I know I've had some dealings with Drow, but I don't want to assume.
I don't know if
that
that
I
would
know
be.
all
I
the
guess that would be
Drow.
perception, wouldn't it? But yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, and then a history check, I guess. You're not sure.
Yeah.
You're not sure. You almost think maybe you do recognize him.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna wail on him because I'm kind of pissed that he has hit me. So I'm a quarterstaff attack with advantage.
That's a hit.
I'll just go ahead and roll everything. I'm gonna use my second key point as well to flurry of blows, so I can attack with 2 unarmed strikes right now. I may have wasted that. Is that 16 hit?
Miss. So 2 hits and a miss. All right. So 15 points of damage.
Question: does he still have his concentration up for the fairy fire spell?
Ooh.
I am going to see if it works, 'cause that's pretty good to hit. Let's see. A couple rolls here. And he got hit by Porter. Yeah, he actually made all of his concentration checks.
Oh well, I
But it's
mean,
still
I'm kind of standing far away, so hopefully be okay.
All right, Svadrik, is that your turn?
That's it.
All right, Porter.
Tell me if you've heard of this one.
You cast Fireball?
That's a hit
Shit.
with a
If my-
24. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6
What?
points of slashing damage. Right? And 8,
Yeah.
so 8 total.
Yeah. I rolled a 2.
All right, so he is starting to look rough. His mouth is bleeding, and he's got splashes from this great axe all over his body. Yeah, he doesn't look it at all. Is that your turn, Porter?
Yeah.
All right. He is going to. All right. He is going to look at you all and then say, and out from him is going to spread a cloud of darkness. And how big is it going to be? Draw a shape. Alt for circle or ellipse. Roughly that big. Let's do it like that. All right. And then he is going to disappear from your sight because you are in darkness. Wahahaha. So you all see this cloud of darkness, and you can both make attacks of opportunity with disadvantage.
Can I have, since I have pack tactics, can I maybe make it regular?
You may. All right, so let's see what we got here. You're gonna miss, Fodrick, but and you will miss as well, Porter. Yeah, so
I figured.
unfortunately. And then let's see. Can y'all see this arrow of mine right now?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
All right, nice. Karnamarai, Lucan, y'all don't see anything. Garrosh, you see pop out of the darkness this little guy. And he's actually... God, what is it? Did that go where I wanted? Can you see it, Garrosh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you see just the shadow, which is the drow, pop out of the darkness, run this way, and do the beautiful swan dive into the water.
Ah!
All right.
Imagine we
And
all hear the splash.
it is your turn, Garrosh.
Do I see them come back up to, like, swim away?
No, but you do see movement, and you know more or less where they are. They're just going to have a little bit of cover on this shot.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. I used my breath weapon where I saw him.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes, electricity.
I can't get...
Have you used it yet?
No, I have not. I'm trying to...
I know.
I haven't found...
You can clamber up on top of these crates.
Yeah.
They're not that big.
Just work. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going for that spot. Let me switch over to my stuff. I'm not used to going back between the core and the spell sheet, so it's always fucking me up. Okay. Please, good God.
So
Does he get any sort of bonus because the dude's in water?
you know what? That's actually a very valid point. I would say you definitely roll with advantage, and the cover that he would normally have gotten is not going to apply.
Well, it's a DC.
Yeah, it's a...
Oh, it's a DC. Okay.
It's a saving throw, yeah.
All right. Well, then let's see. I think I'm going to give him a disadvantage on his saving throw. Dexterity. All right. He rolled a 11 with disadvantage. Which is... You got him. All right. So...
You rolled good on that one, too.
Unfortunately, no one sees this hulking dragonborn stomping down the docks in a rage and runs up onto some crates and just goes, "No, you don't, you bastard!" And just, y'all hear like what sounds almost like a crack of lightning. And you can see Karnamarai and Lucan, you can see over the cloud of this blackness, the sky sort of light up with this blue energy for a moment.
You hear Svadrin be like, "No, did he finally do it? I missed it!"
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he took damage. He took full damage from that. So
Okay, and let's see. I don't think I can do anything else. Yeah, because my original thing was a vision thing. Damn it. Okay. Well, that's me.
very good. All right, Lucan, you're up next.
Well, that's 30 feet, right, from where I was. Let's see. 20, 30, put me here. Okay, let's put me there.
Are you trying to get to this spot?
Yeah, that spot right
Alright.
there.
All right, so you can climb up on top of those barrels, and as you do, Garrosh, you can see Lucan, his head pops up over the edge of the dock there.
Okay.
And am I able to see the drow in the water?
No, because he's
There?
going to be like down across below the dock, which would break your line of sight.
Gotcha, because he's down. Yeah, he's in the water underneath.
Yeah.
So I'll turn to Garrosh. I'll be like, "Where did he go? like where is he?"
And I point in the direction. And then I fire my breath weapon.
You're going there.
30. Yeah, I guess that's all I can do is move the 30. Well, I guess I could use the dash action and move further. So am I able to dash and make it all the way to the edge right here? Because that would be feet.
I'll let you roll an acrobatics check or athletics check to see if you can do it without it being difficult terrain.
All right.
Like hop over, you know.
Yeah, because all I really could do is get into position, I think. This turn.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do anything else.
I mean, you could get in the
acrobatics.
water.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's really a great
great.
idea, but hey, it's an option. Yeah, you managed to do it, so it's not a super high DC. So you see Lucan leap gracefully from crate to barrel, almost sends the stack of barrels rolling, but catches himself, and yeah. All right, Karna Mirai.
I am going to probably do the same damn thing. It's just frustrating that we're having to chase this motherfucker.
Lucan, go ahead and Lucan and Garrosh, go ahead and make a make perception checks, both of you.
Oh, I could jump on this motherfucker.
Well, you
I
don't
am
technically
going to do
know
that.
where he is.
Sorry.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well, I am going to get here. That's going to be 30 feet. I have to roll an acrobatics check, right?
Yes.
Let's hope I don't fuck this shit up.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're
Gonna
there
fall.
regardless, but you slide down the barrels and end up like right here instead.
That's fine. That's
Um,
fine.
let's see.
I am going to ask, where is he?
Okay, before you do that, Garrosh and Lucan, you both notice way out in the distance, silhouetted by the moon, a large galleon sailing this direction. Galleon is a big ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, way big.
All right, Karna Mirai. She asks where he is.
You can point me in the right direction.
Where are you?
Yes, Chris.
Well,
Oh, there you
yeah,
are.
Luca doesn't necessarily know where he is either.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, Lucan doesn't really know, does he?
Yeah,
I'm
Lucan's
just pointing in the direction where I saw him last.
And Lucan
Okay.
tries to guess where they like gestures with both arms, like in that general direction, like and shrugs his
Alright,
shoulder,
cool.
like, oh.
And this would be, well, okay, I'm not going to end up in the water just yet. I get to here. Do I see him now if I lean over?
You can make a perception check.
I hope I see his ass because I want to jump on him. Sweet. Yes, I fucking see him.
Just a second. You actually don't.
Really?
Yeah, you don't see him, but Garrosh is pointing right there.
You know what? I'm going to jump in the water anyways and look.
I can
And
say you jump in the water, but you won't have time to, make any kind
that's
of
fine.
other
I'm going to
checks.
go in the water at the very
All right. Okay, Karna Mirai dives headlong into the surf. Svadrik.
The fire lady just jumped in the water. What do we do?
I am going to.
Nothing but steam.
So how do you want to handle this whole, like, I as a player know that I'm on the border of this,
Uh-huh.
but
Oh, you're not fairy fired anymore, by the way, Karna Mirai, because the darkness is a concentration spell.
Okay.
You know which direction he went because you heard Garrosh fire off his spell. Or at least you could assume that he went that direction towards Garrosh.
yeah, you know what? Okay, because I like that. I like it because it's silly.
And you were like, oh, I missed it! So
Yeah. So I'm going to rush over towards Garrosh.
And you just need to make an acrobatics check to make sure you can get there normally.
Okay. Would I even have that opportunity? Being in complete darkness?
Well, it'll be really high DC. But yeah, you can.
I'm
You
gonna
can still
rush
feel
towards
around.
Garrosh. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, shoot.
Acrobatics. Not great.
All right. Yeah, you guys. So your speed is 40, right?
Yeah.
And heading towards where you heard Garrosh's voice. So
Yeah.
you stumble out of the darkness. You know, at like this point. I'll just go ahead and move you there. Oops. Doesn't like me to do that. And yeah, you fall down at that point out of the darkness here.
All right. In that case, like I fell prone, or
Yeah,
just
yeah, because you were stumbling out of darkness and your check wasn't quite high enough.
In that case, I will get up, and I'm going to use the dash action,
Okay.
and I'm going to climb up on top of Garrosh and be like, "You didn't see that? What did I miss?"
I say he's under the water, and I'm still pointing.
And that's gonna be it for me.
Okay, Porter, you're next.
I guess I'm going to. God. Can I run this direction? And I want to get to here.
All right, acrobatics check again.
Does it have to be? Oh, sorry.
Oh, it can be athletics for you. So, y'all see Porter burst out of this darkness, and he's not trying to hop from one thing to another. He's just bull rushing through everything. So crates and barrels just flying. And yeah, you can. Oops, you disappeared. Sorry.
Can I break through the? Is this a fence around this?
No, it's just like
Okay.
decoration or whatever.
You want a Kool-Aid man through a wall or something?
All right. Yeah, you're there. You can even be in the water if you want to be.
Yeah, I want to be in the water.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go swimming. It's time for the beach episode, y'all. Put your ass in the water.
Right.
That's a jump from a running position.
And that was just your movement, not a dash, right?
That's correct.
All right. So you can use your action to swing wildly. It's going to be really bad because you're underneath the water. Or you can use your action to try to find any trace of him.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. I'm going to just go ahead and say it's investigation or perception, your choice. All right, 1 second. Pretty sure that's.
I'm also going to use my necklace to do damage to me so I can keep my rage up.
Oh, nice. Good call. Yeah, you do not see him, any sign of him. It's dark under there. And are you wearing armor?
No, I mean I'm wearing like a leather.
He has dark vision, by the way.
Sure, but it's water, which is a little
No,
different.
I don't wear armor.
Yeah, you don't. It's not as pitch black underneath under here as it would be for somebody who doesn't have dark vision, but you can't make out anything. It's pretty murky here in the water by the
Went
docks.
into the water?
Huh?
Do we know he went into the water?
I mean, you heard Svodric say that a couple of times.
And we heard a
not
splash.
Svodric, Garrosh. You heard Garrosh say that a couple of times. You heard 2 splashes. to be technical. All right. I'm going to let both Carnamarai and Porter make perception checks with disadvantage.
Reminder to those in the water, I think swimming is what it's like it unless you have a swim speed, which we don't. It's a half movement, like it's rough terrain. Isn't that correct?
Yes. And then I can let's see. All right, yeah. This is okay. Yeah, you, Porter, you feel something for a split second, but you don't have any opportunity to do much about it. But you think that maybe they just swam past you. And next up is Garrosh.
So I still.
I didn't see anything with my 15.
No, unfortunately, this guy is a very sneaky bugger.
Okay, so there's still no sign of the guy. He's still underwater. Damn it.
Right.
Okay. Man.
You can hold an action too if you would like.
Yeah. Let's see. Does anyone need? No, I think we're all okay, hit point wise. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hold my action for if I see him break the surface.
Okay.
Actually,
All right.
wait. I'm gonna move here, and
Okay. So like to
and
the
hold my
very edge.
action. Yes, and hold my
Right.
action.
I'm on his shoulder right now, so I'm gonna move with him.
Okay. Feel like okay. Give me 1 second to look something up. Thank you, Google. Two. All right. Yeah. All right. So we'll just go through real quick in down the initiative order and see what everybody's planning to do. Lucan.
Well, can I see anywhere where he might be able to swim under the dock and come back up behind us or past us?
The jump into the water was like in between 5 and 10 feet. So there really isn't a way for him to like easily get back onto land unnoticeably. Like it'll be really obvious if he tries that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, then, yeah, I guess I'll just stay there and withhold my action and keep scanning the water. If he pops his head up out of the water, I'm gonna blast him.
All right, Karna Marai.
I'm gonna swim out a little bit. 10 feet. And I'm gonna do and use my action.
That was more than 10 feet.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're
well,
only
then
going to
I
be
guess-
able to move 15 feet under here
Yeah,
anyway.
the squares are 10 feet on this map.
Sorry.
No,
I'm used to
it's a
the
little
grid
confusing.
being every 5 feet.
Yeah.
He's been in here for 2 rounds, right?
He jumped in at the end of his turn, and then he's had 1 turn.
Okay. So he can't be far. Is what
Hopefully. And then I'm gonna try to see him with perception.
Okay.
16.
Nope. No sign of him. Everyone can hold their breath equal to their Constitution modifier +1 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. It's one of those rules I feel is a little broken.
Yeah. Well, they're like, y'all are all like hero level. A commoner were to fall in, they would be more like along what
Like
makes
you.
more sense. Yeah, exactly.
It'd be
I can
like-
hold my breath for maybe 45 seconds before things start to get super uncomfortable. Now, I actually don't know how long I can hold my breath, but anyway.
I am going to just kind of look around So there's also like no like bubbles that I'm seeing anywhere. No like.
You can make a perception check. I mean, you see bubbles coming up from here and here.
Yeah.
And then you could go. Oh, you also noticed that there is a galleon on the horizon that seems to be approaching.
How far away?
Like I would say a good quarter mile out. I'm really bad at distance, but at least a quarter mile out.
I mean, I there's not much I can do. So I think for now, I'm gonna leap off Garrosh. And how much to scurry up this? I guess if I use like all of these crates and barrels, I can get back up where I was.
With an acrobatics check, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run over here. I guess I'll do an acrobatics first.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Half speed. Yeah, you try the first time and it doesn't work, so you can try again and just do half speed.
All right, so I just barely. I'm gonna get back up here, and that's about it. Oh, you know what? And then I'm gonna use the dash action. So if I use the dash action, can I move my full speed? Now that I'm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you're not running over like crates and barrels, then you can use a dash action.
How far down? So once I get to here. How far down are those rocks? And
I'd say like they slope down to the water, and the water is about 15 feet below you.
I would assume, are these rocks like really wet, or the tops of them fairly dry? Like they're sticking out far enough out of the ocean?
I would say they're pretty mossy.
How high up
the tops of them would be dry.
So I have 20 feet left of my movement. Can I get up to the roof of this building right here?
Yeah, you don't have any like special monk climbing abilities yet, correct?
Yeah, not yet.
All right, so you can do it, but just again, it'd be another acrobatics check.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you run up onto the crates and barrels and then make a leap and pull yourself up to the top.
All right, I'm gonna do that for better view.
All right.
And that's
all right, Porter.
All right, me.
You actually did feel him swim past you, going in this direction.
Yeah.
That's why I hate swimming in lakes, which just brushed past me.
True. Yeah, that's why I'm in the ocean from little on. I cannot stand swimming in lakes because of it.
It's a 6-foot
Can I try to-
catfish.
Would I be able to grab it with my rage-like reflexes?
That's what I had you make rolls for before, and no,
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, you did not perceive him well enough.
Can I pop underwater and see if I see him?
You are underwater, and yes, you can make a perception check. Ooh, that might actually do it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you see him. He's right. He's right here, swimming. Swimming away. Yeah, you've got that much speed. So
I want to grapple him.
Do it.
okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and let's see. Contested strength, I believe, and you have advantage on strength checks when you're raging.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or fuck me. What the fuck?
not a strength save.
Oh.
It's going to be. I guess it's an athletics check. I think.
Oh, do I have to do a straight?
Let me
Strength
check
check?
real quick just to make sure.
Oh,
It's definitely not a
straight then.
save.
Well, that's even worse.
Grapple.
He has
Conditions
athletics, right?
Fuck roll 20.
All speeches was about
Roll
grappler.
20's random number generator is a
You have
piece of
advantage
shit.
on a. Let's see. So I use action prints to assign. What is that? Nope, 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 nope. Okay, let's look at this. What did you do? It's not strength save and it's not a strength check. It's an athletics check. There we go.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, so you rolled a 23 with your advantage, and this guy is not real strong. So let's see. Yeah, no, he's not. It's impossible for him to beat that. No, you got him. You got yourself a wriggling little dude.
I'm going to stay underwater until he goes unconscious.
What's your Constitution modifier?
+3.
Interesting. All right. It is his turn, and he is going to cut you or try to, but because he is grappled, speed is 0. He's not restrained though, so that means that he doesn't have. Okay, so yeah, his speed is just 0, and yeah. All right, so he's going to attack you. Two scimitar attacks, but I think they're going to be
Scimitars.
disadvantaged because he's going to be underwater.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right.
if it's scimitars, they're definitely a disadvantage.
And he can't
If you-
fire a gun underneath water here. I'm positive. So, because these are actual guns that require powder. So no, that's not gonna work. All right. So he's gonna try to hit you with the first attack. First attack is gonna be a 14 to hit.
That meets it.
Oh, so you're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage, reduced to 3 because you're raging. And then
Okay.
the second one's gonna hit with a 12. So no, it's not gonna hit. So yeah, he misses you with the second attack. You know, I probably should have used that for him trying to break your grapple, but oh
Yeah,
well.
'cause- and now he's just gonna try.
Out of panic, he attacked you. So
Yeah, and I just smile at him under the water, whether or not he can see it.
all right, Garrosh.
There's nothing for me to do. Let's see. Lucan, have you taken damage? Your bar seems short.
I don't think Lucan's taken any damage.
Oh, I have. I've hurt myself.
Oh yeah.
Am I looking at
But it's like,
Okay,
it was
I'm
like
gonna-
3 points. I mean, I'm okay. You don't have to worry about healing me.
Just so y'all will know, I'm gonna put the rules for suffocating into the chat so that y'all can see
Okay.
and know how that's gonna play out.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna hold my turn again for when I see the dude.
All right. Lucan.
Yeah.
I can hold my breath for 3 minutes then.
So what is that? That's Constitution modifier. So yeah, there's really no advantage to me jumping in the water.
How deep is Porter down?
I would say maybe 10 feet, in between 5 and 10 feet, underneath the surface.
Yeah. I'll just do the same thing Garrosh is doing. I'll just withhold my action so when he pops up,
All
if
right.
he's like broken
If
free
he's,
or
if
whatnot.
he's swimming away or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Carnamarai?
I've got a question. I should say, would I Can I see Porter right now? I
Make
see
a perception check.
that. I mean, I know I at least saw the direction he was swimming, correct?
Yeah, because he wasn't trying to be stealthy. Yeah, I would say you can see him, and
Okay, cool.
yeah,
I
you're
can see
close
that
enough.
at least something is going on. If
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
he's got him grappled. Now,
You know where he's at.
know where he's at. I know this is I'm just trying not to metagame when I'm asking this.
Mhm.
Would I mean, obviously I wouldn't know for sure. But what are the odds do you think that or what are the odds that people on land what's going on? At least in Kane Murai's mind. What do you would she think most likely they can't see what's going on?
Yeah, they would have no idea. They don't have any idea of what
Okay.
that Porter has caught this guy or anything. They're just waiting for somebody to surface that they can shoot at.
Then what I'm going to do, because I'm assuming, because obviously I'm assuming that obviously that's what's happening. No one knows where this dude is except Porter and I. So what I'm going to do is, and I
You
apologize
don't
in
know where
advance,
he is either.
well, I can see Porter though.
That's true, but you can't see him.
But I can see that Porter is struggling.
No.
He's not swimming.
You can't see that. This is all happening super fast. You saw the direction Porter
Okay.
went, and you can see where he is, but other than that, you can't make out anything. It's too dark.
Okay.
It's nighttime, and
What I'm
you're
trying
under
to not
murky water.
use metagame when I say this. What I want to do is I want to cast Fairy Fire. And because I was actually planning on doing this anyways.
Mhm.
Because what I wanted to do was originally my goal was I was going to try to guess an area and see if I got lucky, and that's where he was.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, I just saw Porter swimming in a direction.
Yeah,
so,
you can cast on Porter if you want to, in Porter's direction, because you saw him take off, and it will affect the other guy as well because it's within range.
So that's basically what I was trying to get to was, am I metagaming if I do this?
No, I don't think so.
Because also,
No.
worst case scenario, you make Porter glow, and now there's a source of light underground under the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, I would say you saw him take off in a direction with purpose. So yeah, I mean, for a spell like Fairy Fire, you can, you know that if you can hit Porter with it, and if he's anywhere near the guy, that it will hit him as well. So.
Perfect. Awesome. So then I'm going to go ahead and cast Fairy Fire. And it's a 20-foot cube, so it's going to encompass them all.
Yeah, and it targets, each object in a 20-foot cube within range, so it doesn't target, like, say, a creature you can see. So that's another reason why it would work in this case. So, all right, Porter, make a dexterity saving throw.
How many fish are in the area?
I know, right? Jesus.
Yeah, right?
That is going to save, because my spell save is 12, so.
He crit his save, so.
He's not visible either.
Yeah, he's not visible either, so it was a good try, but it didn't work.
So what I am going to try to do, though, is not to the line, so I guess, well, not to the middle of the square, so I guess to that line then. Here.
Yeah, and I would say, what's your Constitution modifier?
It's a +2.
Okay. So you usually could hold your breath for 3 minutes underwater. That just went down to 2 because you spoke a spell and lost some air.
Okay, so I'm down to 2 minutes. All right. We'll be doing that again. Can I now see that Porter has him?
Yeah, you can see him now.
Okay, cool. Well, I can't act on this turn, but
closer right there. But yeah, you can see him.
Okay.
Porter's got him in a headlock. All right, Svadrik.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay, so I'm going to run across, let's see, 25 feet, a bit to here, and jump down. About how far of a jump is that?
I would say maybe 10 feet or less, a little less
I
than
need to
10
make a
feet.
roll.
No,
No?
you can do it. It's not onto rough terrain or barrels or crates. It's just a quick jump, and you're used to that. So
Okay. In that case, I'm going to get here in this boat.
okay.
Is it tied up?
Yes.
Well, you know what? I used the dash action, so I'm just gonna get in the boat.
I mean, if you're wanting to untie it, I'll let you try to cut it free for like a bonus action or whatever.
Cutting it. The problem with that is with what? I don't have anything
never
to
mind.
cut with.
Yeah, you don't have a dagger or anything.
No,
Mm,
I got a quarterstaff and darts. I'm not gonna pick at it with my dart.
just bite it in half with your sharp cobalt teeth. Yum, yum, yum.
No, I'll just have to untie it next time. I'll just get into this boat.
Okay. All right, Porter.
I'm just gonna keep holding them.
Okay, you can make an attack on him with one arm. It's going to be at disadvantage. You have a great axe, so yeah, you would have to do it with some sort of.
I have a hand axe.
Well, there you go.
It's a cleaver.
But I'm not really sure if you can hang on to your great axe and draw a hand axe at the same time while holding somebody in a headlock underwater.
So I guess I should have mentioned this. When I first dived into the water, I had put my great axe away because I knew I was going to grapple him.
Sure, that makes sense. All right.
So-
All right, well, yeah, you can try to hit him with your hand axe then. But you miss. And you just hang on to him?
Yeah.
All right, I need you to make a
Athletics.
grappled creature can use its action to escape. To do so, it must succeed on an athletics or acrobatics check contested by your athletics check. Okay, so yeah, make an athletics check for me.
Okey-dokey. Is
Ooh. Okay, yeah, he rolled a 20 on his acrobatics check.
of course.
So he actually manages to wriggle free, but instead of trying to stabby you, he's going to try to swimmy, and you can make an attack of opportunity. And so can Karna Mirai. You're close enough.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Melee is my
miss.
greatest skill. Now, would I be able to use my quarterstaff or my hand axe?
Either way, it's a disadvantage. The only thing underwater that doesn't get disadvantage is piercing.
Well, then I'll try for my quarterstaff. Fail, but
All right, yeah, he's gonna take off a shwimmy. It's not very far. No, he's using his full dash. Okay. All right. He swims for his life, but he does not surface yet. Getting close. Garrosh.
How long can this guy breathe?
Well, I mean, y'all are still. We're still in combat. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He
even if he has a 10 constitution, it's still a minute and
Yeah.
round.
If you had
is
hit
6 seconds.
him like with an attack, then that would have definitely taken away his, his ability to breathe before he had to get new air, just like speaking a spell does. But, all right. So, trying to figure out what to do from here to keep this from dragging out. But I still feel like there's opportunity for things to happen. So we're going to stay in initiative order. Garrosh, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Unfortunately, you have no idea where anybody is. Um, will you want to continue to hold an action? Okay, you did see Svodric take off this direction and hop into a boat.
I'm gonna dash in the same path that Svodric took.
Okay.
So athletics check, or is it athletics or acrobatics?
Your choice.
Okay.
All right, yeah, that's definitely enough. You can move normally.
Okay. Actually, wait a second. What about when I get here? Does that change the movement speed?
No, it would still be difficult terrain-ish. You'd probably have to stop there, though. What's your speed?
It's 30. I'm gonna dash.
Oh, okay. It will be difficult terrain over those rocks.
Okay.
How about this? How about this? When you get up there, can I yell like, "I'm pulling the boat out, Big Blue. You can jump in."
Okay.
So
Yeah,
if you don't
you
wanna-
can. If you want, you can hold your action to jump into the boat whenever it gets close enough.
Yeah, I'll try to jump into the boat. No, that's not where I want to go. Here we go. Okay.
All right, Lucan.
So he hasn't surfaced. Can't see him.
You can make a perception check.
All right. I will definitely try to do that.
Okay, so you can see a lot of commotion, like ripples and bubbles,
Right.
from this area.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at and just withhold my action. I mean, I'm not gonna jump in the water.
Well, you did hear Svodric yell that he's bringing the boat around. So if you could make your way up here to where Garrosh is, you would probably be able to jump in as well.
Oh, I should be able to then. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just roll athletics or acrobatics to see if you can get there with your normal speed. Yeah, that's enough.
Sweet. We'll join Garrosh up here waiting for the spot to bring the boat around. Excellent. And yeah, I'll just withhold my action in case he pops up. If he pops up, I'll Eldritch Blast him back down into the water.
Hey, good.
All right, you can hold your action to either jump into the rowboat, or you can hold your action to blast him.
Oh, okay. I'll hold it for the boat then.
Okay. It's either one, up to you. But all right, Kana Marai.
Okay.
Wishing you had that
So-
giant crocodile form, aren't ya?
Oh, well, I mean, that's actually a really good idea. Okay, but first let me ask a question.
Yeah.
So,
Can we get to level 4 right now?
yeah, because I can't use that yet. Well, it's okay because I came up with a better idea. Anyways, I can use Druidcraft, and that can produce a glow.
Okay.
I want to cast it on him because I can cast it in a 5-foot area, and if not on him, can I cast it on the area around him and make it glow so that he's visible?
Yeah, you can cast it on him, but you have to get to him first.
It's a 30-foot range, and I'm within 30 feet.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was a 5-foot range.
Oh, no, it's a 30-foot range, so I can hit him.
You can try. Yeah. Go ahead and well, let me just treat it like fairy fire. Now the thing is, it's probably not going to last very long. Like it would only last a round.
That's totally fine. I just
That's the
want
difference
everyone
between
to know where
it
he
as a
is.
cantrip and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have him make a dex save, and he failed.
Yes.
Managed to dodge the fairy fire, but failed the druidcraft. All right. So I would say you and Porter can both see him glowing ahead of you.
Yes.
People above the surface are going to have to make a check to see if they can discern it.
Okay, cool. And I think at this point I have to surface because that was another spoken spell. So I'm going to go ahead and surface if I can.
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect.
That'll be like 10 feet of movement to surface.
That's fine.
Or
I
it's
take a breath and go
double
back
that
down.
because it's difficult terrain. So it's actually going to be 20 feet of movement to surface.
Okay, cool. And then can I take a breath and then go back under for 5 feet?
And you're able to see him again once you're under the water. So.
Sorry?
And you are able to see him again
Okay,
once you
good.
duck back under the water. So.
Wonderful. Yay.
All right, Savadrik.
All right. So, is it how complicated a rope is this to a knot? Is this to untie, or is it just like looped around one of the docks?
I would say
Yeah,
it's
I
more
think
a
I'll call
looping
out.
situation for
Cool.
sure.
All right. So then I will pull the rope in, and I will use my. I guess the first thing I should do is just look around. There are oars in here, correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, just making sure. And then I will use my quarterstaff to push the boat off into the direction of Lucan and Garrosh.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to get it like right. Like I obviously don't want to slam it into the rocks, but I want to get it as close as safely as I can that I think that they could lower themselves into the boat.
So is this dexterity, would you say? Or is it strength? Because
I hope
you're
not.
trying to move a boat. I feel like it's more
if I'm being
dexterity.
100%. Really?
Yeah, because I've been in a lot of canoes, and it doesn't really matter how strong you are. What matters more is like your technique.
So it's not the size of the
You're
boat;
floating.
it's the motion of the ocean, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're floating on top of the ocean. Now, if you wanted to get some speed, now that's when we'd get into strength. But boats move really easily on top of the water, so I would say definitely dexterity. Yeah, go. with
Okay, so what do you exactly want me to roll?
Straight dexterity check. If you'd taken the soldier background, you would have been able to have vehicle proficiency, but you don't. So. This is the first time that has ever come up in any campaign that I've done.
Not great.
Sorry, Olamak.
Someday.
Yeah, that's enough. I would say that's enough for you to have moved it.
Now we jump.
Yes. Y'all can both jump. Because I have to, because it's fun. You both have to make acrobatics checks to see if you land in the boat.
Okay. Yay.
Can I be kind of bracing?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage because Fodrick is like trying to guide the boat just right.
Okay. Thank you, Sodrick.
Man, Chris, you really need to fix those rolls.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, go ahead and make an acrobatics check with advantage.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You made it.
Yay.
All right. So the SS Fodrick is setting sail. Good thinking.
And I would imagine, since this is about, let's see. Where is it? It's about 20 feet. So you decide. Can we go 25 or 30 feet based on the notes I put in the chat?
I feel like 25. Closer to 25.
So then we pretty much well.
I mean, but I think
we
you
could
can
maybe
actually
like
go faster. Once
I would
you
say
get going.
We could probably just get out to like here, and then maybe like
maybe turn it a little bit.
Turn it towards where we saw Conor Marai.
All right.
So that we can start, like going this direction. Maybe
I'll say like that.
Cool. Yeah, maybe pick up one or both of our friends.
All right. Porter.
Let's see.
You see a glowing form ahead of you from the druid
son of a
craft.
Bitch,
that was
get back
cast.
here.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'll grapple him again.
Okay. It's going to be a contested athletics check, which he's
Shit.
most likely going to fail. Yeah, he can't beat that. The most he can get on an athletics check is a 21, and that would be with a natural 20. Well, I guess if he gets a natural 20, he might, technically. But he didn't, so it doesn't matter. He rolled well, but not well enough. All right. He is grappled again, and Carnamarai, you can see that as well.
Hey.
How far did I move? Did I move 30?
Probably. And that would be your full dash. Oh, actually. I don't think you can grapple him with your action because it's half speed of movement underwater.
Okay. Well, then I don't grapple him. And my rage falls off because I didn't take any damage.
Oh. And your necklace only works like once?
I guess, I don't
know.
I don't have its thing on my...
I got it around here somewhere.
I'm not really worried about it.
Okay. All right. Okay, it's his turn. Let's see, where were we?
Once per long rest.
Yeah. All right, this guy is probably getting close to needing to surface. So I'm going to say that he does that. All right. For the sake of our sanity, I'm going to drop this out of combat. I am going to say that Carnamarai, and you saw Carnamarai poke her head up. Porter comes to the surface, and a bit later, you can all see off in the distance a head poke up. I would say it's going to be probably at the edge of the map. So, and if you want to have continued to swim out that direction, Porter, you can.
No, I'll just wait for the boat.
Okay. So, are you all getting into the boat?
I mean, is there room, or can I just hang off the side?
There's room.
If there's room. If there's room, yes.
Yeah, there's room.
Go down.
It's a pretty big rowboat. It's probably a little bit bigger than what I've made it. So
we definitely just stole this boat.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're not thinking about that right now. Squadron definitely isn't.
So yeah, you see this guy, his head pop up, about equal distance between, and the distance is getting a little iffy here because I'm running out of map, but the galleon that you saw is now bearing down in your direction, and you're farther out from the docks here. You're in open water, and you could see standing silhouetted on the ship a tall figure with what looks like the most elaborate pirate hat you have ever seen on their head. And they're standing in like this noble stance, one leg up on the side of the boat and one arm on their hip.
Captain Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. And gallantly silhouetted by the moon. But you don't really care about that because this bastard is escaping, and when he pops his head up, Lucan and Garrosh, who have been patiently waiting to fire off at him, most certainly can do so.
How far away is he now?
I would say, I'm going to say that you are keeping pace with him at about 50 feet. So about what you see on the map here, just farther out from the docks.
Okay.
Where you actually are.
there any chance I could potentially throw in a spell?
Sure. I would say at this point, if you are all... Now, I do need to know who is rowing the boat. It'll be either
can't.
one of you or two of you. So Porter. All right.
Yeah.
So Porter is rage rowing the boat.
I was going to say, if it's two of us, it's Porter and Svodric, and we're going in circles. No.
I was gonna say it's Porter, and he's got both oars in his hand, and Spodrick is hanging on one and is just doing circles.
Yeah, exactly. He just like his butt lifts up from.
No,
the
I
sink
dip
every
my
row.
I hang off the back, dip my tail into the water, and cartoon style motorboat spin it.
Yeah.
Bingo.
All right. Yeah. So Lucan, Carnamurai, and Garrosh, you can all make one attack on this guy.
Cool. Boop. Well, I didn't hit.
Ooh. Garrosh breaking out the big guns. All right.
So yeah, I call out and tell him to halt.
Wisdom saving throw.
Now
not
you're
very
using
smart.
your noggin.
All right.
Make him roll terrible instead of you.
Hopefully.
He's going to have advantage on this because he is a sneaky, sneaky boy.
Of course.
And he
He's an
rolled
elf.
awfully.
Oh, thank
really
God.
awfully. He rolled a 9 and a 5. What do you tell him?
I halt.
Okay.
I get one word.
All right. He stops in his tracks and sinks underneath the water.
Oh shit!
Lucan, did you want to do anything?
Oh God.
Lucan, you have one shot at him as well since you were waiting.
I just wanted him to stop in place, not stop waiting.
I'm sorry, Tony. It's flickering, but I can't hear you. But if you want to just make the attack in the chat, you can. There we go. I see what you're trying to do there. You're trying to Eldritch Blast him. You hit him.
Lure the fuck out of him. Full damage.
All right. Yeah, he's not looking good, guys. He's not looking good at all.
I'll get my little hands on him.
All right. And whenever you
quick, so you stop fucking swimming.
yeah, and then Garrosh just says halt, and his voice like reverberates with magical command, and you just see him go bloop as he sinks underneath, as he stops all movement altogether. And at the blast of magic flying and the shout, you hear a voice call out to you, drifting over the water from the galleon in the distance, and it says, "Friends, pray tell why? Why do you pursue my agent?"
Keep going. Ignore him.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop as well. And as he says this, you see the galleon start to turn broadside towards you all.
Oh, jeez.
Crap. We're all getting arrested, aren't we?
Do cannons exist? I mean,
speaking
I'm
of
assuming if guns
arrested-
exist, cannons exist in this
Shit.
world.
Yes. Speaking of arrested, at this point, you actually do see a couple, like a handful of guard. Let me see. I've got them.
We're gonna have to talk our way out of this one, aren't we?
No. We're after the murderer. We haven't done anything wrong.
You see a handful
my
of
eyes,
guard back
Svodric's
here
size, we haven't.
We have no proof.
starting to come out. They're not giant, horrifically huge or anything like that. I just don't feel like changing their size at the moment. But yeah, there's a sergeant
crap.
And a couple of guards, they were looking at this magical darkness a little bit warily, and now are looking out towards you. They've started interviewing this drunk, trying to find out what's going on because they heard a gunshot, some magic going down. So,
well, we did steal a boat. That
Yeah.
just hit me.
Yeah.
We're still
Yeah,
next
that's
to the
why I said
dock.
we're stealing the
We
boat.
can
Well, I
put
mean,
it
you know,
back.
commandeered.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I
What
mean,
have
he
we
did
got
try
in
to
my
shoot
arsenal?
me in the face, so it's a self-defense claim.
As the person finishes speaking, Svadrik, why don't you go ahead and make a perception check for me? And a history check, just like we did last time.
That's
Perfect.
crit 19.
Perfect. Okay. As this galleon turns broadside, you catch the figure catches the moonlight in a different way that stops silhouetting them and more illuminates them, and you can see clearly what they look like, and they look like this. This is Svadrik, by the way. The rest of y'all may or may not see this.
I don't like that last name. I know that last name.
And you, Svadrik, you suddenly feel like, I don't really know. You'll have to tell me, but you immediately know who this is. This is the famous Jarlaxle Bayray,
The
head of
Or the
Bregan
law here, or can we ignore her?
Oh.
and the most notorious pirate in all of Faerun.
Okay, cool. So this is not like one of these like law people that we could potentially get arrested.
No.
They could kill us, but they're
No,
not going
but this is the head of one of the 4 main factions of this campaign.
But I don't care because
But
Well, you don't
do,
know.
because Svadrik is kind of affiliated with this
You,
faction.
Carter Marai doesn't even know. You wouldn't recognize him. Very few people would. But Svadrik crit his history check, and he's one of the few that would have even.
and hide.
So yeah, I'm not really sure if you feel weak in the knees, if you feel like you just ran into Elvis Presley and you're super excited because you want his autograph. I'm not really sure how you feel, but you know who he is.
Yeah. I'm going to. I'm gonna like shift so that I'm like behind Garrosh. Because I would assume, as the only kobold in town, unless I'm wrong about that. I kind of wrote that in my backstory, but I never really confirmed whether that was necessarily true.
I don't know if you're the only kobold in Waterdeep. I don't recall you writing that part. You would be one of the few, but you're not the only one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just assumed, just being a human city mostly, that there wouldn't be any, but I definitely don't want to be seen at first, and I'm going to look at Porter and go, roll back. Just let's go.
And as Svadrik says this, you all see Jarlaxle raise his hand, and slowly from the water rises, levitates the unconscious body of the drow you're pursuing.
Can I throw my hand axe at him?
You can.
Can I attack this guy?
Can I stop Porter from throwing his hand axe at it?
No, not
Yes.
at Jaraxle, but at the...
You can try to talk to them really quick, Svadrik, if you want. But you have to say it quickly because
Yeah,
they
I
are
just feel
Actually,
like
you know what? I'm chaotic good. I wouldn't go with the first the attack option. That's more of Henny and stuff.
yeah, I would try and like stay Porter's hand and be like, that is the head of the Brigand Darth.
that means what to me?
I don't know. Make a history check, Porter.
I am going to go ahead and stand up and say, I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but I'll say, well, perhaps your agent shouldn't be shooting me in the face.
Porter, you actually do know that name, having been here in the city for some time. You know Bregan to be an organization of drow pirates that are not usually around in this area, but have been seen a lot lately, and they are a very powerful organization. Akin with, like, for perspective, the most high-ranking official in the Zentarum that you know of are Istrid Horn and Davil Starsong. This guy is way above their pay grade, relatively speaking.
Okay. I guess I flip the cleaver up in the air and then catch and put it back in my belt.
What did you say, Carnamarai?
Basically, I stood up in the boat, and I imagine that, like, because she's pissed off, like, her hair is kind of like flying a little bit more, like, very agitated, more like fire, and just being like, well, perhaps your agent shouldn't have tried to shoot me in the face.
As you say that, you see two other male drow, come up and flank Jarlaxle, one on either side, and you can see both of them also have pistols, and they all are wearing these hats with like these poofy feathers. They look like the fucking Three Musketeers. and Jarlaxle, go ahead and go to make a persuasion check with advantage for me, Carnamarai.
Hey. Come on, please. 16.
All right, let's see. My boy does. All right.
Be good.
You see as the galleon is slowly coming closer and closer towards the levitated unconscious form. He says, "My lady, my heart grieves that he would do such a thing. Surely he is blind. For your beauty, how could anyone even think to mar it? Believe me, we will have stern words with him. Most stern."
Would prefer if I could have the words with him.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Really?
Why don't you come aboard? I feel we have much to talk about.
Oh damn, I'm like super tempted.
And it is at this point
Porter's shaking his head.
that we will end the session.
Yeah, that's a great ending.
Damn.
Yay, y'all found Jarlaxle. I didn't know if you would. I love you. It'd be so much fun. Imagine if Errol Flynn was a drow, a ball-headed drow.
Nice. Oh, I'm excited.
Tony says, clap. I'm sorry about your mic, Tony. It sucks.
Trying to figure. Would I know the drow above ground? You know, not in the Underdark. Do like house names and all that stuff? Does that matter?
House names?
Yeah, like the 12 main family names of.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, not really. Jarlaxle, for one, is a male drow. He's definitely created like his own deal. He's completely broken ties with the drow of the Underdark and has made his own shit show.
No, it's just because they are like the highest, class.
There are no female drow in his organization. They're all male. So yeah, he's definitely got his own thing going on.
Interesting.
Very much spitting in the face of traditional drow culture. It's not a matriarchy. It's a patriarchy of pirates on the ocean above ground.
Hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So,
Well,
anyway,
I'll be honest, I was never expecting pirates to be in this campaign even a little bit. I figured they'd save that for Saltmarsh.
yeah.
But
No, it's interesting that they put him here too. I think I'm not exactly sure, but I know Matt Mercer wrote like a good quarter of this campaign, and I think it's Jarlaxle that he was in charge of. I think he was in charge of Bregan Darth. So don't quote me, but I feel like I read that somewhere, or that he said it in an interview.
Nice.
So
Alrighty.
anyway.
Well, it's like 2 a.m., so I've got to go to bed, guys.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks,
I gotta
thanks
go too.
everyone. I will try to update all the various threads you are uncovering.
Awesome. Bye.
Night,
Oh, and the guy
everybody.
had 8 hit points, just so you know. He's super low.
Oh.
So yeah, him going, Garrosh saying, halt, and him going under and breathing water, brought him down to 0 and unconscious. Luckily, Jarlaxle has the levitate spell, so.
Lucky us.
I promise
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to murder a man. That was not my
No,
intention.
I know you weren't. Yeah, no, I just, the nature of that spell is it's very, very one word
and you
and
determine
open to
it. So yeah,
interpretation.
it's ultimately yours. So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like if you had said drown, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
But by saying stop, you made him drown.
Yeah. All right. Well, good job, everybody.
Right. Yeah, good job, everyone.
Night, everyone.
See you next time. Good night.
Good night.
Good job, everybody. Good job.